KingReyJr versus Tap.
Oh, you gotta love how quick KingReyJr is to get into the action, not even giving us a chance to really introduce the ladder format. Right up and raring to go, and he has been on the absolute tear the past few weeks. He's last week's winner at Paragon. He's had a lot of great showings at TNS, great showings at Breakout, putting in the work, but Tap taking the fight right to it.
Absolutely. Not doing too bad of a job either. Gives him the cheeks. No, instead just actually setting up for the Oki, looking for an opportunity that can be punished for KingReyJr. Popping the heat that he smashed almost immediately to give himself an opportunity.
If you know anything about KingReyJr, heat often, heat early, those burners are cranked up, and they also call him KingReyJr Jr. for a reason. But Tap with the low parry into his own Rage Art. What a way to set the tone.
Yeah, and there was a weird hit too, right? I mean, like, it being a little bit off pace or off kilter means that he wasn't going to be able to get the wall splat. Tap wasn't too sure what he'd be able to get. A little bit of HP back and spins the jar for the most damage possible as well. Goes for the roll, but instead down forward one. Catches him out of the roll and pops him up for a conversion to get the round.
That is KingReyJr for you, a defensive mastermind. Great spacing, great timing, knows how to catch you throwing something out and shoot.
3+4 goes for the can yet again, but not caught lacking this time around. Tab wanted to keep the pressure, but KingRey is ready for the punish this time. Again, while Rising 3 doesn't find a hit, but an open paw slap might.
Yeah, that catches him off guard, and KingReyJr is having a hard time with those unseeable lows too, but follows up with the can into some air carry, into a heat, and that should be enough for his next round, taking the fight right to Tap. And you know, this guy throws hands with JoeCrush every week. He's not intimidated.
Yeah, not by any means necessary whatsoever, right? And that can being thrown out consistently means that they're looking for a lower option to be sent out. That low poke, that move that is that Tap used right there, that was caught twice. That's why that can hit uses the forward 1+2 and actually to spin up that meter, that bar, the special resource that Asuka has access to.
Yep, gets the side steps going, and Tap armoring through, goes straight into Hunting Bear stance, rolls back, but this time it's KingReyJr with the step, and goes back into heat, heats up, gets him up against the wall, misses the first follow-up, but Tap is not able to get away. First game, KingReyJr in his usual dominant fashion.
An unfortunate reality for Tap, for sure. I mean, they used down forward one from KingReyJr, and Tap was ready to whiff punish that, but standing 4 is what caught them in that. So I completely understand that they've been looking for opportunities to whiff punish, but 2 of those go wide, no punish on the power crush, you can just duck that. Doesn't have to deal with that pressure for KingRey at all, goes for the low, and pop and gets that stock ready.
Yeah, what do you think that Tap can do different here in the Bear versus Asuka matchup?
I think KingReyJr is doing what we have known them to do over the course of them playing Tekken, which is be aggressive, right? I mean, Asuka is a character that enables themselves super well, and I was just about to say what Tap could do, not into the cheeks, not going for it, but the heat smash instead. I wonder what Tap is concerned about. I think you just go for the cheeks there, find the damage, right? It's still a pretty advantageous situation for him. Gets the 4, 1+2, and a great punish. That's what I'm talking about from Tap. Be more proactive.
You seem to be more proactive, yes, and playing a little less respectfully. I think in that first game, he was too worried about KingRey's counters, too worried about KingReyJr figuring out a way to steal his turn back, worried about anti-Vash resubscribing for 2 months. Thank you very much.
To get the wall carry. What was that sidewall combo, man? It gets the 4, and it gets the 4-2. The tech roll missed from Tap, so that combo actually comes out pretty well. I don't know if he really had any time to tech roll. The more I think about it, like I said, that's the 3rd time that can catches that low poke.
Yeah, he's having a hard time dealing with the can-cans, and I think KingRey has gotten used to the low game, used to figuring out when Tap's going to throw that out. He is somebody who adjusts extremely quickly.
Nice. Side step 2. Actually finds the pressure there and goes for the down 3. Just finding the poke there. Not too bad from KingReyJr. Once again, Tap needs to be a little bit more proactive. I don't see any time that they're using power crushes. I'm not sure what it is that they're concerned about, really. Like, the biggest thing about fighting games is you shouldn't be concerned about an option that your opponent has if you haven't seen them use it. Right?
That's true.
Like you're overthinking it. You should use the power crushes a lot more. Ray's been taking these turns back time and time again, catches them off of the tracking and counter hit no less. Drops the combo, doesn't go for anything after that.
Yes, sliver of life left. We'll see if he can get back. He's not able to do it. KingRey taking the first set of tonight's ladder. But Tap did have some moments there where if he had been playing more aggressively, a little less respectfully, I think he really could have made something happen.
Has that capabilities for that to be the case. But Tekken is a game where, like, if you get swept up in the motion of your opponent, the aggression, you have to find a way out. You will die. Like, it's not one of those games where you can play that defensively. There's too many offensive options. You don't want to put yourself in a guessing game every time.
Yeah, a lot of it is active defense, and you see two great characters for a case in point there in Chaotic Perfection's Reina and slytiger's Xiaoyu. Chaotic Perfection, great fighter every week, and also a CFGC champion. Does a lot of great work with that flash punch combo, doing a great job of preventing himself from overextending and punching slytiger. Gets launched for his trouble, though, and this is a very back and forth set.
Absolutely love how Chaotic Perfection has been on the defense. You mentioned it before, active defense, right?
Yeah.
So many times we saw where slytiger was setting up for situations. Good stuff. That's exactly leading into the point of what was that I was making. You've been seeing him duck. Be ready for the slow lows. Be ready for that grab off of back turn, right? Chaotic Perfection ducked a couple of times, showing that he was ready for those opportunities, but it didn't actually pull through. slytiger realized that, pulled the trigger on a big launcher, and Chaotic Perfection comes out on top by having consistent defense.
Yeah, and you can actually see this. He's building off the jab a lot, just like in any combat sport, and he's giving slytiger room to press. He's backing off a little, seeing what's threats, and he always seems to have an answer for it.
Fully agree. Man, just get a command grab on that. Has to duck it. It's a high option there. Finds the counter hit. Will be able to get the wild rising 3 to find the conversion. What a sidewall combo. Doesn't actually get any of the tailspin to be able to continue it. Ducks ready to punish slytiger on any misplay they might have. They went for that option? Interesting.
A lot of fighting games, high-level fighting games, especially Tekken, it's like being a chess grandmaster and a concert pianist in one. You need to think so many moves ahead and react so quickly to an ever-changing mental stack and mental flowchart, and you need the lightning-fast reflexes and mental endurance and strong central nervous system to execute these complex inputs in fractions of a second in front of a large crowd while somebody is actively trying to kick your head in. And that kind of control from Chaotic Perfection is super impressive.
Yeah, and it's what's super interesting too is that, like, you can tell, like, based off of the ducks as well, that this is sort of like a muscle memory that's built in, right? Only does it when they see it. They aren't trying to go for the fuzzy duck because they aren't doing it off of any other string or opportunity they might see, right? Like you can sort of see it a couple of times and how it is, and they choose to play love you to the power crush out of Heaven's Wrath.
slytiger just not able to really get any good presses going there. Chaotic Perfection is doing so well at preemptively cutting off all his options. A few times there, it almost seems like slytiger freezes up and just isn't sure what to press.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Reina too. Yeah, that's a part of her aggression as well. Is the simple fact that she has tools and so many options out of these stances. Yeah, you have to get up. You can't actually wait on the ground on there, because while she's in Heaven's Wrath, 4-4 is how that string starts, will pick you up off of the ground. You can't stay there.
Yeah, and slytiger's just having a hard time getting away from this hurt box, getting away from essentially right in front of Chaotic Perfection, who is doing a great job of smothering him. Gives him just enough room to press some buttons that are blocked and punished, but almost every moment in this fight, you can see slytiger's right in front of Chaotic Perfection, not really getting any sidewalks going or anything.
Pressure continues. There it is. Oh, you can duck that second hit of that.
Not able to in the moment, though. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you've got stuff.
Oh, ducked yet again. Was prepared for it and down forward one. Really, really difficult, honestly, to try and see what's coming from Reina, really. One of the biggest things that she thrives in, right, is a lot of her delayed strings and a lot of strings that she decides not to pull the trigger on, right, because you're anticipating what might be coming next. You sort of have to just let her run that stance. She can get the counter. Not necessarily something it is I'm still seeing from a lot of players, is being willing to use the power crush.
Yeah, everyone's been playing quite tentatively, but we'll see if we're going to get a change here between Sicoby and Wytte, both players who very much are willing to put their pedal to the metal. White's been getting in a lot of good work all over the online scene, and Sicoby, one of the better kings out there.
That's what I'm into. Keeping the pressure on side step 4 as well to poke at the low. Sicoby consistently using that armor to try and crush to find his opportunity to press. Not going to be dead yet. Oh, but the wall splat will kill him.
I think he might have been a little overeager to preemptively use muscle armor there, over-anticipating something perhaps, or just trying to condition White to see that option is there, because he's throwing it out into thin air a few times, and you see him taking a much more aggressive tack this round and getting way better results from it.
Absolutely, yeah. Manages, got him while he was standing up. The forward 3. Got the just frame of that to be able to get the follow-up off of hit. Particularly good duck on while running 2. Good adaptation that round.
Gave White all the room to take that Superman punch. He was daring him to go for it, and White not able to break the Shining Wizard or the Giant Swing. Let's see if this hits the wall. Not quite, but Sicoby definitely doing the driving this time.
Yeah, forward 3 while running 2 yet again. Forward while running 1+2. Keeping the pressure on. Stood up at the very last second from White. White was ducking. I think they were anticipating that to hit a little bit earlier, but that's a slower move. Full crouch down forward 1. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I think we're seeing what you were talking about with players playing quite tentatively, not willing to bring out their full tool set. As they warm up, as they get more eager to get in the mix, you see both of these players doing a lot better.
A great duck as well before 2. Really solid awareness from Sicoby.
And setting up that Jaguar bomb beautifully while continuing the wall pressure with that Sobot kick into the grapple. See if he chains it. He does. White not able to break it. Slivers of life left to start off his first game. It's Sicoby taking it.
Really well done. I like the fact what White did on the second round, right, was the tentative, not the tentative, but the more aggressive short-handed pokes, not going into strings, stand 1s, forward 3s, back 2s to catch like any sort of sidestep, and it was working against it was working against King fairly well for a while. And there it is yet again, like the pokes all around, understating that King wants to press here.
Yes, and also just giving him enough room to do it and to create these gaps. But Sicoby is so good with spacing, you notice this, where White is throwing out something like that Superman punch into thin air. Sicoby either steps back or ducks, and he's got all the room he needs in physical space and in frames to set up these punishing grabs.
Yeah. Jaguar step back has so far netted them 2 key moments of this round already, ducking off of the while running 2. If I were White, I would see that the ducks were coming out a lot more consistently because they're anticipating it and going for forward 3s, right? Like going for a different while running string, even though while running 2 is his most common move. Great blue spark, Shining Wizard right there, man. It gets the cash out as well. Sidewall being a little bit tricky and catches him low.
With the alley kick too, and that leg is swollen just like Ali's after Antonio Inoki had his way for a few rounds. And you see that muscle armor coming out, heat comes up, the burner is cranked up, and White's just having so few options to close this distance effectively. Sicoby's reading him like an open book, sets up a pants and lariat, and this air combo is probably gonna be the whole set. It is!
Really well done. Really well done. That time around, King, Sicoby realized that White was being a little bit more aggressive with their pokes, short-handed pokes, non-committal, trying to find ways to be able to stop King's offense because he's utilizing that armor so much and having those power crushes on deck, right? So because of that, they played a lot more proactively, a lot more aggressive, found a couple counter hits as well, and was able to winning. When they're there, they're like, I already knew I was going to make it here, right? That starts coming out the wazoo. Those nerves immediately turn on the higher up they go. When you really see that somebody wants something, that's where it comes in, right? It's the want, it's not the anxiety.
That's true, and also you have to factor in the actual mental energy spent, because chess grandmasters, for example, burn ridiculous amounts of calories just thinking during a major tournament. We're talking like 6,000 calories a day just from their minds going and going and going, and that's the kind of thing you see at a high-level fighting game tournament. And you talk about the Shin-Gi Tai Trinity, mind, body, technique. Any good player has all 3, and there's a lot more body in there than you expect. And speaking of bodying, while we're talking about that, AzeemX is really taking the fight to IceColdEdge.
Nice. Manages to get the jet upper. Doesn't find the confirm off of that Shining Wizard yet again. IceColdEdge caught him straight out of the air with that hatchet kick.
beautiful catch into the Jaguar bomb. AzeemX managing to get a juggle going, sets up heat, gets the burners going, cranks up that temperature, steals the round, but plenty to be proud of in that round for IceColdEdge. Very back and forth already. What do you think of this matchup in general?
I think this matchup isn't necessarily so hard for Bryan. I think a character that already like relies on tentative pokes and grabs like King could be sort of overwhelmed by Bryan, right? Bryan is also one of those characters that relies on a lot of pokes to get him started, right? He's looking for a hatchet kick. He's looking for 3+4, right? He's looking for ways to sort of set up for his counter hit strings and just sort of overwhelm you after that point. And that's something it is that I think King struggles with just a little bit. 4-2-1 does not realign for that.
Yeah, and you can see AzeemX just not creating any favorable angles for IceColdEdge. Keeps getting off to the side, but unable to consistently break this shining wizard. IceColdEdge trying to take control, but AzeemX is just continually going right back at him. He's not resetting, he's not pausing, he's not faltering at any point, and just this constant pressure is wearing down IceColdEdge.
4-2-1, a great start because it's going to wall splat into the heat engage. Finds solid damage, doesn't get any sort of room to breathe. Azeem is trapped against that wall for the time being as they head right into the final round. Quarter circle forward 3, found that counter hit.
Yep, not quite able to get the wall carry, but gets him splat up against it. Sweeps the ground under his feet, sweeps the leg. Rest in peace, Cobra Kai. Just ended this month, and AzeemX closed the show with a perfect. But at this rate, I think we might see our first final game.
Yeah, definitely seems like it, right? That potentially this could go to like a final game, final round sort of situation, because it's not like IceColdEdge is getting dominated, right? Not trounced. It was close, and I think that what Edge has to look for here is he has to look for opportunities to sort of offset that pressure. Something it is that we saw in the previous King it is that just showed up on screen that IceColdEdge is not doing is he's not utilizing that armor a lot. He's not looking for those chances to power crush to sort of offset pressure. Once again, like this is something that has been happening consistently. I'm not seeing the power crushes from a lot of these players. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm wondering why people aren't really power crushing like you're pointing out. Sicoby was doing great with the muscle armor, with stealing his turn back from White, and I have to imagine IceColdEdge is going to start bringing out some of that as we get back into this. Otherwise, it's going to be just letting Azeem run away with this. But I have to wonder if bringing out the power crush more would kind of save his chances.
Yeah, I mean, like the reason why I keep harping on the idea of power crush has to do with the fact that it's important that people understand something it is that you said earlier, which I entirely agree with, which is having an active defense. That's important. Having an active defense is incredibly important. You have to be ready to go for those crouch jabs, right? Those crouch ones. You have to be ready to go for power crushes. You have to be ready to activate heat in situations that you need to take that turn back, right? It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when in Tekken. Tekken 8 is an extremely aggressive game. It's an extremely powerful game. It's very explosive. It's like once the knockdown happens on any character, like whether it's Dragunov or whoever might go for an opportunity to be super aggressive on their character, you have to understand that it is not a suggestion. You have to go for crouch ones. You have to go for down ones. You have to go for power crushes. You have to go for side steps. You just got to, right? Like that's just what has to happen.
Yes, and Azeem was really putting that into focus during that last game because every time IceColdEdge gave him even the smallest opening, he was immediately pouncing and stealing his turn back. We'll see if we see more of the same this time.
For the forward 3 yet again, lots of buttons coming out. He went for a power crush that time around, but forward, neutral, 1+2 enabled him to actually get that counter hit. Giant swing. Not going to find the wall here.
No. IceColdEdge maybe needs to sharpen up his stage awareness to find the wall more frequently, but doing a much better job of taking the fight to AzeemX. Steals his turn straight back, starting with that getaway shove into the Jaguar bomb. Not quite enough to kill, but could have that any moment now.
Yeah, down forward 1-2, not bad, honestly, and went for the harder route as well to be able to optimize that conversion. I really like what IceColdEdge went for there because it would have been a different story had he ended the combo a little bit earlier. A little bit more life to work with enables Azeem to sort of make that comeback, and Tekken is full of those. Great sidestep as well from Azeem, keeping the wall pressure as well, and great ducks from IceColdEdge.
Oh, finally brings out the muscle armor like you were talking about, much like Sicoby last time out. Backs off a bit, restores neutral, uses the getaway shove as a spacing tool, gets right in Azeem's face. Bit of an indecisive exchange, throws broken, and right now gets the armor again.
Yeah, right now, the moves that Azeem are using, they know that they're trying to look for that power crush opportunity, right? So now it's time for low pokes, right? And I'm glad the fact that IceColdEdge is actually utilizing it a lot. Low pokes would help out a lot here because they're ducking and they're using a lot of quicker normals to deal with the power crush, right? The lows are the only thing it is that they aren't necessarily looking for. You can see it right there. Azeem is aware that those throws are coming, knows that they're looking for opportunities like that. Exactly. And there it is.
Yeah,
you have to start going for the low pokes. You have to start setting up for it. Azeem's not looking for that.
Yeah, he's got his eyes up in the zone, and he's doing a better job of shutting down IceColdEdge from doing anything cute. IceColdEdge is consistently getting around to his back or his sides, but he's not having a good chance to capitalize on that positional advantage because Azeem reacts so quickly.
Yet again, Azeem is going for Wow Rising 1 consistently. Good sidestep as well from IceColdEdge. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to be able to see. Blow up the floor? Absolutely. Didn't even use the tailspin. Now he did. Tons of damage actually coming through, and the setup as well. 2 back-to-back blue sparks for those power bombs.
Yeah, bombs him right up against the wall. AzeemX is trying to fight back out of this. He doesn't have his own heat active yet, but he has plenty of room to go. He has lots of great health to get back. Trying to stay in this, but IceColdEdge playing right in his face, right on top of his hitbox, and the sidestep gets the kill.
Exactly what I was talking about. I said he has to go for those lows. When he doesn't go for the lows, you got to look out for the side steps. You have to have a more active defense. And so far for IceColdEdge, it's working out a lot. Really, really solid tech from Azeem because that was a blue spark shining wizard yet again.
Yep, Azeem's doing a better job of consistently breaking those, but eats the low parry straight into a Jaguar bomb. Not blowing up the floor this time, but IceColdEdge steals the driver's seat back.
He doesn't need to look, he needs to look consistently for those lows. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about. Punish that. You can absolutely punish that. Gets the 4-4, neutral 1+2. Solid combo against the wall as well. What he needs to do, he just needs to enforce a mix. Absolutely, like that's what I'm talking about. In the sky, has it. Go for it. Absolutely. Okay, IceColdEdge, well done. Well done. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. That's the adaptation you needed.
Adaptation is key in this game, just learning what your opponent likes to do and figuring out live how to stop it. That's why I was talking about it being like being a chess master in speed chess, in bullet chess. Just no time to think about your move. You need to know what you got to do in fractions of a second. And what did I say? First final game of the night.
Absolutely. Game 3, we're already ready here in the ladder bracket, but this is important, right? I think that's really, really good for IceColdEdge to be able to turn it around. The one thing it is that I have for Azeem to be able to say here, slow it down. Like, that's it. That's all you have to do. If you slow it down, things are going to be a lot easier for you. It's been very, I can understand that he probably wouldn't, right? But, okay, well, no, he's definitely not going to slow it down. He picks Feng Wei, and that makes a lot of sense. Actually, now that I think about it, the way how he was playing Bryan was really weird, actually.
Yeah, Azeem I usually see on the Feng Wei, including yesterday at Breakout. I was a little surprised to see the Bryan coming out this first time. Yeah, you see much more natural gameplay coming out of him now. I say that right before he drops the combo, of course.
Nice, okay. Use the back sway yet again. Solid heat smash. I like it that he enforced the mix. And I like that he stayed on the ground too to burn up a little that heat time. IceColdEdge. Good back sway. Okay.
Yeah, but look how Azeem is fighting off the back foot. He creates the space and comes straight back in. Reminds me of Bruce Lee saying to be water. It can flow or it can crash in the space of a moment. And we see if we can get him all the way up to the wall, splats him, and Azeem in full control right now.
Nice. Down forward 3. Finds the back 3 yet again to try and carry. Neutral activation of the heat smash. Again, that check. It's working out a lot. I think you should just stay with that, honestly. It's fast enough to be able to find the counter hits they need. I like the fact that he tried to utilize that side movement, right, to try and see if he can find anything. But Azeem is applying the pressure really consistently.
Yeah, that is great, consistent pressure, and it seems like he's catching IceColdEdge coming in a lot. IceColdEdge will spot what he thinks is an opening to go on the attack, and he'll get sniped by something.
Okay, tried it. Down forward 2. Hit again. Nice. I like that wall splat for the rising 2-2. Down 3. I have basically heat smash just to keep him going. Burns out the little bit of time they have left. You can still go for those low. I'm so shocked that didn't hit, but a great hop kick from IceColdEdge. This is going to be nice all the way to the wall. Yes, I entirely agree.
Sets up the Jaguar Bomb, not quite enough to kill, and the handspring gets Azeem out, but you just don't have enough health to work with for that comeback, and IceColdEdge lives another round longer.
Okay. So IceColdEdge over here. Goes to check, chest bump. Goes for the nether regions, but doesn't quite find the opportunity there. Azeem found a really, really solid counter hit. Up 4-3, just leading all the way to the corner, getting caught on the ground too.
Yeah, I like his side work too. AzeemX gets him off the shoulder, takes the set with that wall pressure, and this is just what happens when you bring out your main.
It like, not only as it is, like, I think it's, he looks so much cool. He looks so much cool. Wow, so much cooler in this game.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very fun matchup as MegaClinton rocking the office attire Jin Kazama as he takes the fight to Silence 20 GX, who's not really having a easy time laying a glove on him so far. This is all MegaClinton right now.
And all that damage from that substitute teacher fit. The young sub, TA, finding good damage, leading down to the wall, and I like that punish as well, actually. A whip punish, no doubt.
Yeah, this is not a substitute teacher who you can tell him that your old teacher didn't give you guys any homework and that if you were 10 minutes late then you could leave early. He's not going to let that fly.
Nice. Good heat smash leading all the way over to the wall and gets the whip punish yet again. I like that. The run up and then stop for a bit, right? Letting them actually swing in their fate here to death. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, he's not. Too much scaling.
That's going to do it though. That's seeable low, but not quite seeable enough for Silence, who just didn't have enough room to do anything. And that's what you see a lot from MegaClinton. He's giving Silence a lot of space. And then he's using his keep out tool to start his offensive. Yeah, he's kind of going in back and forth, kind of feeling out when Silence is going to make a move.
Nice. 4-2. Jin special. Goes for the low. I like it. So the Power Crush was actually trying to come through once again. Power Crush Heat Engager was coming up. Great low parry as well. Knew that they would try and stop the incoming pressure from him, but a hop kick off of the back turn transition. I like it.
Yeah, let's see how far he can carry him almost to the wall, and he waits for Silence to go for that kick. Gets the whiff punish immediately into side switch, into taking the first game. That was MegaClinton from word A to word Z. What adjustments do you think Silence can make?
I think that at the end of the day, Silence has to slow down. I think that when they're on the ground, the reason they lost twice was only because they tried to be adamant and getting up off of the ground. 2 times in a row, MegaClinton has been baiting a lot of the strings from far away. It's situations like this where they've been pressured. They're sidestepping to try and not only offset the timing of their offense, but they also want to make sure that Silence doesn't have an immediate answer to whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah. Finally gets an answer going, and we'll see how well he can hold on to his turn. Gets the sidewall pressure going, and MegaClinton has heat going, but not able to really get anything out of that as Silence just holds onto the momentum, stays on the wrong side of him, and just keeps juggling him.
Nice. Oh, good Power Crush yet again. The last time he did it, you already saw that MegaClinton was ready to duck, right? Was ready to keep it away from that Power Crush Heat Engager. But off of that back turn, he has another Power Crush. A really good way to offset a little bit of the constant aggression we saw from him. I knew he was going to mash because of how much health he lost.
Yeah, and you can see him trying to fight off the wall here. He's backing up and sees that keep out tool coming, that forward punch. Knows that MegaClinton's going to go back to that again, engages heat, and takes the fight to him.
Nice, good sidestep yet again. That would be wall splat? No. A little bit too low on the wall. Gets it towards the ground. Keeping the pressure on and forcing the mix with down 2 from Jin.
Yeah, it seems like we're seeing a bit of lag here. I don't know if that's just on my end watching the video, but it might be giving MegaClinton a bit of a hard time. Silence going up 2 rounds and managing to keep himself alive pretty well in the set so far.
Yeah, definitely a spectator for sure. The common trope of any online fighting game. Common
in the way.
D-Day. Oh, okay, nice. 4-4-2 yet again. Lead him into the corner. Yeah, down forward 1-4. Not too bad. Don't get up.
He's so good at building his game plan around that 4-4-2. You see it coming out yet again, and Silence is on a sliver of life. This time, MegaClinton takes his first round. Silence trying to steal the game and tie this up, bring us into a game 3. MegaClinton trying to get back in this.
Fletcher coming through. He's nice. Power Crush yet again. Using it a bit later, that HP already came back, so now we're looking somewhat even. This chip damage is going to make it up uneven, but thankfully a down 2 for MegaClinton. At least keeps it alive for the time being. Breaks the balcony. Has the time to be able to set up just a little bit more. Still went for the option anyway, and still finds some damage.
Yeah, manages to catch him with the spring kick, gets back onto his feet, restores some distance, restores neutral, uses it to put himself on set point versus survival point. We'll see if Silence can find a way to keep this going.
He's got to stop going for those back turn options because Jin's ready. He's been pulling the trigger every single time the back turns have been there. Good sidestep. Doesn't pull the trigger on a whiff throw. Went for the power crush. It's going to be a punish. What kind of wall splat? And is that... I'm going to talk to one of my homies tonight because me and him play so consistently in this game, bro. Jin's stupid. I don't want to hear any more downplay from that. What kind of stuff was that? Good heat smash to find the conversion and goes through.
Wall smash. Goes straight down into the hidden gold chamber. Carried all the way up to the wall. And Jin is feeling the pain. MegaClinton can't get out of this. Silence is juggling him, carries him all the way back to the next wall, doesn't drop the combo, isn't going to get the kill, not yet! MegaClinton has a chance to finish this off, and he takes it!
Unbelievable. He went for the he went for the low poke into the high. I think what he should have done at the end of the day is went for a much bigger option. He already proved last time.
Brandini, and we are going to see a Cris an absolute killer of a Victor.
Just trying to catch up for the time being. Absolutely. Victor having won the first round already. Okay.
Yeah, I am not at all surprised to see this as we go into DBZ fast motion. He is one of the better Victor mains out there. You know, gaming on he is a real killer. So is Young P. You see him every bracket. And that felt like that one episode of Dragon Ball where Roshi and Krillin have the fight at the Budokai and it's over and the tournament's like, wait, nobody saw what happened. And they have to recreate the entire fight and be like, okay, he did this and then I did this. Anyone else remember that?
I do. I love Dragon Ball like a lot. I love everything Dragon Ball related. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Big fan of it as always. Good duck as well on the down forward 1-4. Pops the heat smash. Gives him the shoulder check. Goes for the tackle. Damage incoming.
Mixes him up with the chain grab and catches him with the axe kick on the way back up. Shades of Andy hug with that KO, and we'll see if Brandini can maintain that pressure. I mean, you haven't seen a lot of Dragunovs lately. It seems like the play has died down, but he's as fierce as ever.
Okay, goes for the down 2. While running 2 yet again. Sidestep. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing what Brandini's doing. They're offsetting their pressure yet again by sidestepping, by delaying some of the buttons it is they're hitting. Smaller pokes into bigger plus frames, right? Is what they're looking for to try and mix up what Young P has to deal with defense.
And you also see how he's using that razor, I believe that's down to keep Young P in front of him, to keep him stuck in Brandini's ideal zone of punishment. And Young P can't really slip away or pull anything tricky because that tracking low is there again and again.
Yeah, it's there. Like, it is pretty powerful. Down 2's always been pretty powerful though, and that's sort of what Dragunov's really good at. It's his pressure is really hard to deal with in general. You have to be ready to, when he's that close to you, when he's as close to you as Brandini was to Young P, you have to be ready to sidestep.
Yeah.
A lot of his pressure can be very linear.
Yeah, and right now you see Young P already setting up the heat engager and trying to take the fight to Brandini. Goes for the razor again, and Young P not really having much luck with stopping the lows. If he doesn't start on the low parries, doesn't start ducking on that, I think it's going to be a long night for him because Brandini is going back to that tool again and again.
Nice. Running 2. Trying to interrupt with the 1-2s as well.
There's the sidestep you were talking about.
Oh, backswing blow. This is dead, I'm pretty sure, because the setup after. Yeah, you gotta get up.
Yeah.
If you don't get up, you've got to tech roll. At least tech roll to Dragunov's weak side if you're gonna deal with that. If you're gonna stay on the ground.
Yeah, just not quite able to get there. And, you know, rocking the Majima fit, but Goro Majima would be mixing up Brandini a bit better than this, I think. Brandini is trying to keep this genie in the bottom.
Good Doug. Good job knowing that that last hit is a hard. Important, keeps the plus frames. 2. Plus frames, time and time again. That chip damage is coming out. Exponential! You gotta do it. Oh, you don't even need to. The whip punish instead off the launcher.
Yep. Young P on the board, able to get the kill, creating that spacing that Brandini tries to fill and overextend, makes himself open for punishment, and Young P is able to bring out Victor's tools.
Down 2. 1-2. Oh, tried to go for it. Wanted to catch him low, but 1-2-1 yet again. My beloved.
Yep,
Good break on the 1+2.
Yeah, great break. He has heat active, but he's turtling up a little, trying to find an opening in what Young P's doing. We were talking about how hard it can be to spot your moment to steal your turn back. Out comes Razor again.
Break.
Great
He has
break.
heat. You better pop it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't popped it yet, especially since Brandini's used his up.
To the corner.
Now he pops it. Now comes the Expression, and this should be dead. It is.
2. Go for the low.
Gets the first buttons off here, forces Young P back. Young P's trying to find an opening. See if he tries to sidestep or something.
Nice.
Out comes he. He's a one off block. Times him, and this is what you wanted to see.
It is. Absolutely. I'll get off that. What about that? Oh, okay. Cool. This is the forward 2. Not too bad. Tons of pressure. I like it. He is. Okay. I think Young P, when I said that he had the tech roll, because he's definitely doing it, right? And it's a really good intuition to be able to do that as well, but he adjusted so quickly to that. But I genuinely think that you do have to get up. He's not going for a launcher or anything crazy.
Yeah, not yet. Brandini's slowing down a little. Yeah, beautiful movement. It's set point versus survival point, and I think set is what's gonna win it out.
Yeah.
Gets the ambush tackle, can't break the grab, wins the set off a perfect. Brandini climbing another rung up the ladder.
And that's really, really sad too, because if you know that he's going for the ultimate tackle, I needed to see more up 1+2s. That's what I needed to see. It's
LighScrap's Victor against TanjiroTheRipper playing the Yoshimitsu. Both of these real snowball characters. What do you think of the matchup?
I think Flash. That's what I think. At the end of the day, I think Flash is something that you have to be a little bit more aware of, right? You got to be a little bit more proactive when it comes to using that. Oh, be careful.
Definitely. And Yoshimitsu's a really beautiful character like this because there's so many weird ways to play him, so many unorthodox opportunities, but you know you can't win as Yoshimitsu by dropping your rage art. LighScrap is able to go on ahead, take that first round, and TanjiroTheRipper's got to press more carefully.
They've been using back 3, back 4 a lot. This is going to go straight through the floor, which is super unfortunate. They've been using back 3 and back 4 a lot to try and like maneuver out of the way of LighScrap, but I don't know if they've realized that LighScrap's kind of like that move, like you have to do it a little bit later. You can't do it earlier to avoid it. Up 1+2, super strong, man.
I've never personally seen LighScrap, but I am really liking his Victor. And is it just me, or is that a Doflamingo costume?
That is absolutely Doflamingo.
Yeah, I thought so. Did you hear that the One Piece dub has finally caught up with the original Japanese?
That's impressive. It took them took them enough time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I am acquainted with some of the people on that show. Very proud of them. And TanjiroTheRipper, not a One Piece fan, probably prefers Bleach or Dragon Ball because Rainbow drops him straight through into Jim's subconscious, and that is a punishing air combo.
Yes, indeed. Goes for the full crouch. Down forward 3. Pops the heat smash as well. Gotta be careful. Nice. Yeah, okay. That time, Tanjiro did it at an opportune time, but a sidestep means that you're open for one more mix and goes for the low poke.
I mean, LighScrap's victor is no joke. You feel almost like he was watching Young P's match and taking notes. I should say they, because I don't know LighScrap's pronouns. So, gonna stick with they from going forward. But what a masterclass of victor so far.
Okay. Sound back 3. Lots of smaller pokes to try and once again mix up their offense. Nice, dodged it. Oh, he could have launched that.
He could have. Now he's going for it, and that is a lot of punishment from TanjiroTheRipper. He's been playing more than small tech to start off this game, and he's definitely ramping it up. At the start of the set, I talked about how both of these characters can snowball, and you're seeing Tanjiro demonstrate that.
Nice. Okay. Now LighScrap's delaying it yet again. He's waiting for the back 3 or back 4. Just looking for different opportunities. You can punish that from that far away.
Oh, goes for the Dragonfly. I'm not quite sure why he did that. Maybe in case LighScrap tried to hop. Oh! And that floor's about to break too. Just needs one good grab.
Okay, he's tweaking.
Oh, you can't sit on bad breath that long. LighScrap saw that coming a mile away. You were being way too cheeky, my friend.
He held on to it, but I don't think I think what the problem was that LighScrap walked up to him and was able to bait it out a little bit too easy. He could have still held on to it. There's also other options out of that too. You don't have to go for the breath.
Yeah, that's true, but it seems clearly what Tanjiro was sitting on. But I'd be interested in what you have to say. What do you think the thinking was there?
I think that he was just expecting him to sort of stall out the time a little bit more. He had rage. He just had, like, it felt like he was in control of that. Great side step with that.
And the floor break. You've seen a lot of great results from that going off TanjiroTheRipper's playstyle. Drops the combo, goes for another spin to create some distance, get that side movement going. His lateral movement has been very strong all that.
Oh.
That's the punish he was fishing for. Slow-mo kill! A little too slow, and now LighScrap on set point.
Nice. Low crouch 4. He's going for the lows. He's realizing that there's something a little bit off with his crouching defense. Not a lot of opportunities to go for anything that punishes sidesteps at all. Good heat smash. I do like the utilization of that. Catches the sidestep that time around. Time for a mix.
Yeah, not able to get it that much. He's doing a lot of raw Dragonfly stance, pretty much just throwing it out there and getting in LighScrap's face with it. Forced to back off. That's going to be the kill. Wow. I mean, I need to see a lot more of LighScrap. This is my first time seeing them play, and I'm very impressed.
Honestly, it's kind of impressive how they were using their movement to close that gap, right? I mean, they went into stance change, and then stance change.
And Hwoarang, two incredibly fast characters. TrizzyTheRapper versus JustinHyuga. And JustinHyuga, a very strong Hwoarang, who's already taken the first round. I mean, we all know TrizzyTheRapper. His reputation speaks for itself. Head of the Triz Academy. He won Breakout last night in an incredible bracket where he beat names like KingReyJr and Jesandy. And, you know, we all know that one combo breaker match where he pushed Arslanach to the absolute limit.
Okay. Nice. Good poke so far. Yeah, this is one of those Yoshimitsus that I've seen time and time again that is like a really aggressive one. There's going to be tricks that you're going to have to deal with. That's just not even a question.
Yeah, I mean, he knows every trick in the book with this character, and there are so many weird, unorthodox ways to play Yoshimitsu. So much room for player expression. And Hwoarang, the platonic ideal of a rushdown character here in Tekken.
Oh, the blocks, that's a good punish.
Oh, he keeps himself alive off a sliver of health, but that is gonna do it.
Not too bad. Trizzy convincingly up around over JustinHyuga right now. 4-4-3, I like it. Went straight over that.
Yeah, it's just so hard to keep Trizzy on the back foot. He knows so much about this character and so much about the optimal spacing and how to punish you. Grabs him right out of Rainbow through the floor, and the pain train continues.
Nice. Set up. Yeah, nice. He stayed on the ground for that. I do like that.
Yeah.
I believe he had a sword sheath as well. If he would have got up, it would have been a guard break. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh, definitely. It seems like in this game, it is often better to just sit there and take the punch. Can't break the rainbow drop, and that is going to be how the first game goes down for TrizzyTheRapper, who's really shown why he's at the top of the pack so far, rocking an unbeaten streak of 6 wins, no losses, tied for it with JoeCrush for second right now.
Yoshimitsu is one of those characters as well that I've always wanted to play, and somebody that I played a lot in Tekken 8. So Trizzy is always a treat to be able to watch when it comes to their Yoshi. I love how they utilize so many of their stances. I love the fact they aren't afraid to really get rid of heat either. Which to be honest with you, heat is really, really good, and it is good on Yoshi. But like the immediate burning of the heat is to set up for the mix half of the time.
Yeah, that is true.
Get up, get up, get up!
Oh, that pressure, though, that feeling of not having an opening to get up, not knowing if you're just going to open yourself up for more pain. But JustinHyuga not going to drop this combo straight into Rage Art, and that's a good way to set the tone for the second game. Are you seeing some good adjustments here, or are you liking what JustinHyuga's doing different?
I'm going to be honest, as a commentator, it's my job to describe what happened on screen. I don't know what just happened. I saw him get knocked down, and then he got launched super, super high. It was a low poke into an immediate launch on the side of JustinHyuga. That was just a quick round. It was such a quick comeback that happened. It all started off with, once again, the back of a heated game, right? Like, that's how crazy it is. I talked about it earlier. You see these heat engagers come out, it becomes so much more dangerous. Like,
and he hasn't even popped it yet.
Don't even need to.
And he's doing a great job of reading Trizzy, too. You see him getting around those grabs and punishing them every time Trizzy breaks them out. But Trizzy, with the early sidestep, breaks him through the floor. We're going deep into the subconscious now.
I really like how they utilize that on the ground, too. Sidestep. Give the pressure on. Pop the heat. Yep. Has to go for the next grab. I knew it. I knew he wanted to break the floor yet again.
I mean, why not when you've got that much damage to pay off with?
Yeah. That is a unblockable setup, I think. I think there's not really much it is that you can do about that. It's because of when he's deciding to do it. That's good. That's guaranteed damage right there.
Yeah, knowing when to break these moves out is so important. Yep. Pretty much more important than knowing what move to do. Because if you break it out at the right time, as you see, though, not able to get the rainbow drop this time, gets the juggle. That's a lot of pain coming his way, and he has heat behind him.
Yep.
He just stays down, sliver of life, perfect, and now it's set versus survival again.
This is going to be pretty important. Who will get the first hit? Oh, good duck, but no punish, not fast enough. He could do Hwoarang 2-1 and it would have worked. Good low parry.
Oh. Beautiful low parry into the air combo. No real walls here, so that's going to be some of JustinHyuga's game down. But that's also going to help out because he's not going to be boxed into.
Got the tail spin. He tried to spring kick. Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to do that. That's so why you're just supposed to be careful on that because it caused him to stay on the ground and he gets 4-1+2 as a punish.
You can see
you gotta stop going for the low!
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he's doing a good job of sniffing out and punishing Trizzy's habit, but he's falling prey again!
It's unblockable. It's so hard to deal with.
Joining KingReyJr 7-0 as we close in on the half an hour left to mark. TrizzyTheRapper. I mean, but we're moving on to another match. Jake versus AzureBokeh. June versus Xiaoyu. And this is gonna be fun.
Still fun to the low poke. Man, just to get him yet again. Great heat engager as well. While running 3. Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, playing a very in-your-face kind of Xiaoyu, not seeing the evasiveness that you see common in a lot of other Xiaoyus like Link. Eats the low parry, and Bokeh retains control.
continue. Leading to the corner.
That backs off a bit, creates some distance. I have to imagine that he was expecting Azure to run in there, but not getting what he wants. Still manages to get a good mix-up off the Hypnotist stance. Carries him not quite to the wall, but splats him up against it. Gets heat active. We'll see if Azure can get up.
Okay. Nice. Goes for the can-can, doesn't quite find it. Gets a whip punish yet again. Goes for the full crouch 2, down for 2.
Good spacing. Has heat though, God, has rage, I meant to say. Gotta be careful, don't want to run straight into a Link Xiaoyu rage art. 10 seconds left though, running out of time to make something happen.
Not bad at all. Yeah, just the lead with it. I think Shake didn't fully realize that the time was dwindling that quickly.
Yeah, I mean, playing the clock, you usually don't expect that to be a big issue in Tekken 8, which is so fast moving, but it's definitely an advantage if you know how to use those seconds to your advantage.
Nice, low poke yet again. Can.
AzureBokeh is very good at getting out of these wall pressure situations and stealing his turn back up those things.
Nice, went for the low heat smash with that one, the heat smash out of stance.
Yeah,
like
see what I mean? Because just went from being caught in the corner to carrying Shake all the way back and having that mix-up with the low heat smash that you were saying. The AzureBokeh just fights off the back foot so cleanly.
Absolutely. Nice. Manages to get the kick behind the head off the back turn. Goes for the low poke. I like it. She actually used the parry version of that in case she actually went for a punch. The follow-up hit just got her.
Yeah, Shake's really on the back foot now, not able to get a whole lot going, has barely laid a glove on Azure, gets the grab to take the kill.
Round 2. Fight.
Not bad at all. I
What do you
like space. Go ahead.
What kind of key interactions are you seeing here that are making Shake lag so far behind? Because it seems like he can't get on the same pace as AzureBokeh.
A lot of the times, Xiaoyu players normally rely on the fact that Xiaoyu herself is a pretty tricky character. So it's very common that you see that the aggression that comes through from Xiaoyu players is due to a lack of knowledge on the opposing player's side at a base level. These two are incredibly high-level players. They're very, very good at what it is that they do. So Azure's being a little bit more aggressive for this, and his willingness to press is what's enabling him to sort of lead 90% of the time. Shake, however, is realizing that and going just full sin. Like, that's what he realized that round. I think we'll see a lot more of that as it goes on.
Yeah, we'll see. Backs off, creates some space, doesn't lead the dance to start off this round. AzureBokeh comfortably on set point, trying to take the fight to Shake. Gets a huge opening off that missed low. Oh my goodness. And has heat active and so much damage. This might be the interaction that closes the door. Not sure Shake can get out of this one. So little health to work with. Not enough to get back in the fight. AzureBokeh with a clean 2-0. And I think that was actually 6 rounds straight.
Yeah, I think that's no, it was 6 rounds straight because punish is kind of scary if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and JoeCrush really feeling his momentum tonight, rocking the Jiren custom as he takes Song Crown's RB Cris, a Clive loyalist who tried it out when the DLC first dropped and has liked what he sees. We'll see how well JoeCrush can deal with this. The Yokozuna of online Tekken, forced onto the defensive, but finally taking a turn for his pound of flesh.
Yeah, pops the heat smash. Gonna be able to set up as well. Goes for the mid option. Back 2.
Goes for the body
Classic
press.
throw.
Nobody ever knows how to deal with that. It's a matter of ducking, but JoeCrush brings it out just when you're least expecting it. Brings out that heat smash too.
Clive. Keeping the pressure on as best as humanly possible. I like the fact that they went for the down for it too, but a nice little punish from Clive, the 1-1 to seal the deal.
I mean, you were talking about being willing to call Jack's bluff, and RV Cris with Clive's strong mid-game and space control. Very happy to do that, but JoeCrush gets him caught up against the wall off those shoulder charges, keeps him pent in. And he really loves that low right there, where he just slams a giant fist into your body. And great job of keeping him pent in. Once he gets the corner pressure going, JoeCrush is just a mob machine.
Drew tried to go for the shoulder, but instead they actually went for a solid tech. Cris did. Goes for the 1+2, keeping the pressure on. Wow, he got hit by every last one of those. That is not guaranteed.
Yeah, against JoeCrush or against Jack as a character in general, you have to show that you're not afraid of him and you are not going to let this be his out. JoeCrush against Cris is a matchup against somebody who will not respect your pedigree. He'll make you fight for every inch, and JoeCrush really felt like he was in a fight in that last round, even though he didn't win it.
Chris managing to go for the 2-2-1. Still looking for a Phoenix Shift 4. It wants to go for the 1+2. Can't quite find it. Good punish on that. That is punishable, so good stuff from Cris.
Yeah, great thinking to get heat going there, crank up the burners, but right now he's forced to slow down. JoeCrush has heat active now, and what he's really doing is he's breaking up these combos. He's not letting Cris find a good rhythm. He's not letting him find a comfortable flow. He's forcing him to do this awkward stop and start offense, where JoeCrush is finding plenty of gaps.
Yeah. But that's the thing about Clive, too, is that Clive is playing Tekken 7's game at the end of the day.
Yep.
Like, you expect, like, a lot of this aggression, and you can play aggressive with Clive, by all means, don't get me wrong. It's just, you don't see it. He doesn't have to if he doesn't need to. Most characters can't really do that. Once he's popped, once it's activated, once they become aggressive, they're going in, and they're not going to stop going in. But Clive can slow down the pace very well. Lots of good numbers to poke with, lots of solid tools to be able to play that game, and he tried to do the 4-3, I'm sure.
Yeah, and JoeCrush goes into Gamma Howl, gets the grab, but it's broken, goes to do it again. Cris breaking out the side movement, trying to go lateral on Joe. Forces a change in range, but not able to really stop him. That's a good combo going. Breaks up the grab again. JoeCrush forced to back off. Forced towards the wall. Low parry into the kill. Takes the first game from JoeCrush. And that is a monumental achievement right then and there. Still plenty of Tekken left to play, but few people can take a game off Joe.
Super good awareness with Cris to be ready for the low to actually come through there, because he wasn't low enough to get the kill. Like, even with the low, it was one of those things where it was utilized to offset mostly, right? I've been using that terminology a lot tonight too, but that's something that it's just, it makes sense, and that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to stop the relentless offense by going for low pokes. Low pokes tend to be a little bit faster, so they want to go for the low pokes. They want to go for opportunities that can sort of stall their opponent's relentless pressure, and that's what Joe tried to do, and just got called out like super hard, like immediately.
Well, that's a big cornerstone of Joe's game plan as a player, to sheer pressure, sheer mental control and domination. He gets in your head, he makes you feel pressured, so pressured mentally, that you shut down, that you second guess yourself, that you start questioning your buttons, and then he just has all the room to control the momentum of the match until he's beaten you. What Cris is doing is refusing to respect that.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely not respecting the pressure from that at all. And I think that that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Sometimes you don't have to respect every bit of pressure it is that your opponent throws at you. Sometimes it can catch them off guard. It can catch off their flow state, whatever they may have. And I think that is incredibly, incredibly important. But you are entirely correct at the same time that it is best to pick your moment in a situation like this.
For the next battle.
Super, super important to slow things down just for a little bit.
Yeah, and this is a hell of a feather to have in your cap as we close in on the final 10 minutes of the ladder. JoeCrush is sitting on a comfortable 8-0 right now, right at the top, rocking the Goku Black look, and Cris has a chance to take a chip off this block, and really just taking advantage of the opportunity.
Nice finish up to 1+2. The mix is strong. plus frames, my goodness. Oh, that's guard break. Good stuff from Joe on the awareness on that, but he pops. But he pops it. He pops the Odin heat smash off of Phoenix Shield.
Yeah, he was trying to use particle barrier to force RV Cris to back off, but nothing doing there. And now you're at the wrong end of Clive's deadly space control tools. But JoeCrush doing a good job of getting in and staying in this round.
Hello, the ball for him.
Gets him up there. Goes for that heat smash, 10 frames. I wouldn't be surprised if in Season 2 that gets changed a little because that's a little silly.
Yeah. Yeah, they might increase the frames with that heat smash as well. I wouldn't be too surprised about that either. Nice. I mean, yeah, that's guaranteed.
Oh, yeah, that is a painful grab. It has him up against the wall again. This is where JoeCrush loves to be. RV Cris breaking out the lateral movement, breaks out the slide, backs off a bit, you know, uses that mid-range tool, but stays in a little too long. Can't break the grab. Gets pile drive for his trouble. Should it be pile drived or pile driven, you think?
Pile driven.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But what definitely sounds right for JoeCrush is a second round to his name, trying to tie up this set.
It's also 2. Cris, trying to see if he can catch anything. Now he's good punish as well on that. Pretty crazy. It doesn't lead to the plus frames that time around, but caught him ducking.
Yeah, JoeCrush is having a great deal of the time this set, setting up those painful grabs. RV Cris not doing a good job of interrupting them or breaking them.
Nice. Consistent crouches, good tech, but that's towards the wall. That's why he wanted the crouch. Manages to get the wall splat as well. What a sidewall for Joe here. This might be death. No, instead he tries to go for the Oki setup, and there it is.
I mean, definitely one of the Tekken interactions ever, but JoeCrush is not complaining as he sets up that final game. And looking at going up a clean 9-0, unless RV Cris has a very good 3 rounds ahead of him.
Looking too bad so far.
Backs off a bit, creates some space, creates some range, but JoeCrush gets in, stays in, carries him to the wall, piles on the damage. Stays down a little, but still caught up against the wall. Has heat going.
Got him getting laid on.
Again with that body press.
Oh, that was a good sidestep action from Cris.
Yeah, beautiful sidestep. He has a great awareness of when to sidestep around. Gets caught on the Tulipin Blast, though, into a football kick. Gets punted into being behind on rounds. And JoeCrush does real well when he's ahead in the round count.
Nice. Good job about taking the bait from Cris. That's the 3rd time that he has found that he has utilized that same answer for it, and straight up Cris has lost every time off of it. Let's see if he can break the trends here with a solid wall carry.
Now he's the one to get with the wall pressure, but JoeCrush gets out of it, sends out the body press again, puts himself on the door of set point. Not quite in it yet, but certainly knocking, and that telephone pole of a jab sends him through the threshold.
Nice. 1+2. 1+ frames yet again. Thought he was going to be ducking that time. There's the pressure. Once more.
Yep, has heat going now, cranks up the temperature off that particle barrier, breaks right through Chris's offense, juggles him into the air, gets him going, carries him all the way to the wall. Look at that pressure.
Wow.
RV Cris can't get up. He finally gets up. That body press, he blocks it, but that is so little health to work with. Can he get a ground off here and stop JoeCrush from moving on ahead? He can't. I mean, he just can't. JoeCrush goes up 9-0 as we're looking at the end of the ladder section in 8 minutes. Who can stop JoeCrush tonight?
Yeah, we'll have to see for sure.
What do you think of Feng versus Nina?
I think that I do think that Nina has. I think this is a pretty even matchup for me personally. I don't necessarily think that there's anything that Feng does that Nina can't do on the return offense, right? So I think this is pretty even. Voltampt to start off pretty strong, though, for the most part. An unfortunate trade.
Oh, yes, very unfortunate, but not really coming out of it too badly. Keeps his back firmly against the wall, and he's keeping Slaughterwall out. He eats this low, tries to delay a get up, catches some more low pressure, but it goes right into the blonde bomb. Slaughterwall carrying away the momentum. I think Voltampt gave him too much room to play.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's for me, essentially Voltampt was being overwhelmed pretty heavily, and that's something, like I said, that's why I feel like this matchup is even, because both of these characters are great at overwhelming. Slow pokes, some of their normals actually being having a follow-up only on specifically counter hit, both of them really expecting you to be on the lookout for their very consistent and strong lows, so they set things up for the mid just like that.
Yeah, and Voltampt is really feeling the pressure here because Slaughterwall is looking at 6 and 5, and Voltampt doesn't even have the minimum 6 games. He's sitting on a 3 and 1 as we play this out, with only 5 minutes left in the ladder format. So the door is closing on him. He might not be able to have enough star chips to get into Pegasus' castle, no matter how well this deck goes.
The pressure on, and he used the sidestep tracking normal for that. I do like that. Goes for the grab. You heard the sound effect beforehand. You know they pressed something that got grabbed out of.
Yeah, a clean, lethal 3 rounds for Slaughterwall. What adjustments do you see Voltampt potentially making in this second game?
I think that Voltampt has to find ways to press with confidence, really. I think the biggest issue is that Slaughterwall has such a strong defense. Voltampt doesn't know how to open that up.
Right. I would not be surprised if Voltampt, who's on Tekken God right now, has never really run into a Nina. I don't feel like Nina is one of the characters you see very often outside of tournaments, outside of players like Arslan Ash.
Yeah, Nina is sort of rarely picked, but I've seen her enough. I've seen her enough to know that there's like you just need to be prepared for that. There it is again. Those consistent lows. She's trying to set up for a mid once more, and that's what I'm talking about with the defense. Committing to the crouch block there is something that when you know that the low is coming, regardless of how they move, it's you're just ready for it.
Oh, yes, and right now, Voltampt just not really playing ready. Slaughterwall very comfortably on set point. Continues that air pressure, keeps him up against the wall. Blonde bombs him straight back into the corner. No, sir, you cannot escape. And people say ranks don't matter, but I think the edge and experience is very clear as we come out of that set. The Tekken God versus the God of Destruction. Slaughterwall was telling the story of that set from beginning to end.
Yeah, you are right that like there is like at the end of the day, I like to think of ranks denoting as experience, not necessarily I made it to this rank, I made it to this place, but I really think the best way is lobbies. Lobby play is something it is that's incredibly strong, especially with people as you know, like people within the fighting game community. Like I've learned so much more from playing like just at a high level with like some content creators and people that I know than I would have ever learned playing in ranked. So
right, I mean ranked could be literally anybody, and after the set you never see them again. They can't tell you, hey, this is what I think you were trying for there. Here's X, Y, and Z you can do different. But we're going into what might well be our last match of the ladder segment. Chaotic Perfection's Reina against AzeemX's Feng. Let's see how this is unfolding. What do you think so far as they go well into their first round?
With Chaotic Perfection, we saw them run away with aggression in the very first set of this night, but this time around, it seems like Azeem is willing to make those changes in order to actually press, to be more proactive on defense, so that way they actually can do something against Reina's very, very consistent pressure. A great duck on that command grab.
Oh, absolute beauty of a duck, and you see Azeem playing much more comfortably now that he's on his clear main. Able to counter a lot, but now Chaotic Perfection has heat going, ramping up the pressure. Azeem's lateral movement options with Feng are potentially going to open up a lot of rounds for him, stopping Chaotic Perfection's pressure, but not able to stop him from taking this round.
Yeah, tons of damage that just come through, seeping through the cracks time and time again. You can block a lot against Reina, but she will find a way to be able to open you up. She may not have consistent lows. She may not have not consistent, but she may not have the best lows. but she is like even just sprinkling them out just like that on down back 2 is really, really important to opening up somebody.
Yeah, not only that, but we've been talking about mental conditioning, so you're changing somebody's eye level when you bring out those lows, when you throw them out now and then, because you're teaching them they have to watch out for them. And Azeem is throwing a lot into the air right now. Chaotic Perfection gets around to his side and starts a painful combo off the electric, and just doing beautiful work at shutting Azeem down when Azeem's playing a very evasive character who has lots of side movement options, lots of loads, lots of launches as you're seeing him pull out now. And Feng's a very hard character to fight against. Chaotic Perfection not making it look too hard. Well, this round maybe.
Yeah, doesn't seem too bad, that's for sure. Pressure continuing, regardless, nice. Not looking terribly.
Already finished the final round. Terribly sorry about that, Feng. But you can see that neither of these players are any slouch. Chaotic Perfection, a CFGC champion from last year. AzeemX does great in any tournament he enters. I think we're in for an exciting fight to close out the ladder section.
Yeah, went for the forward four to see if they could find a conversion there off of the counter hit. Led into the back turn state. Good block on the low. Guess yet again 4-4 to open things up. Once they see that actually confirms, then they will go into the full string itself.
Yes. Beautiful confirms too. Chaotic Perfection taking the first game, drawing first blood. Both of them in comfortable range of moving on ahead. Chaotic Perfection certainly is. But what do you expect Azeem to do differently in this second game?
Well, he started things off pretty strong. He keeps ducking, and that's why he keeps getting hit by 4-4-2 into stance transition 2, because he's expecting that high to actually come through. That's the one time he didn't, but that's because he was always trying to call her bluff and challenge something. I think Azeem needs to slow things down, but I feel like if he does, then like Chaotic runs away with this. I think yet again we're back to the very beginning of the first match it is OC. I'm not seeing any power crushes because Chaotic's just swinging on everything. It's not even like specific strings. He's committing to a lot of them. Crazy situation to be in. Doesn't spend the last little bit of it. Oh, what happened?
Oh, something was missed there. Something just, I think he was expecting Azeem to press something that he didn't and was just adjusting to it. And he might be feeling the pressure too, because he's 8-4 while Azeem is 7-3. Has the game's played advantage, but Azeem has a higher percentage of wins. So if any of them have a chance at getting in through the closing door into top 8, this is going to be the make or break game. And I bet Chaotic feels that.
Back 3. Look for the punish jump. Yes, that's a launch punish. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly what you expect out of a Feng. Take what you're dishing out and then give it right back to you. Engage. That gray health is coming back.
Oh, nice. Could have been a lot worse, to be honest with you, based off of how they hit.
Definitely. Manages to smack Chaotic Perfection out of the air. 10 seconds left. Azeem ties up the game in moments, with seconds to spare, quite literally. And I think he's doing a great job of spotting the moments to snap Chaotic Perfection out of his flow chart.
Solid confirm for Chaotic Perfection. Fitting in a little bit of the electric there. Gets the wall carry.
Yeah, Azeem's backing off a little, but he's not able to really claim space from Chaotic Perfection. Chaotic is doing a great job of staying glued to him. Sidewalks around the attack, gets a painful combo going. Probably not going to drop it. Turns up that burner. The burner is red hot. Chaotic Perfection spaced out a little, but gets the KO, puts himself on set point.
Chaotic Perfection is very, very bold for even trying to do that, because I think that what you do in that situation is you make them come to you, and Azeem was already willing to press. The button that he used was just too slow. Thankfully, it worked out for Chaotic, but Azeem is still maintaining the pressure. Back 3 to maintain plus frames, down down back, 3 to be able to punish the lows, the ankles. He's trying to pepper those pokes there.
Yeah, you can see them coming out a little. He's trying to create some space too, but he gets sidestepped. The electric comes out. This is probably death. This should be. Oh, but he drops it. He drops the combo. Is Azeem able to get back into this? Can he turn this around? He's got slivers of health left.
Nice, good backswing blow yet again. Second time, back three. That your catch punish that. You could have launched it. It could have been so much easier. Right over the down forward. Right over the down three. Gets the hop kick up forward four. Time and time again, man. What in the world?
What even was that last interaction? If I'm Azeem, I barely believe what just
Brandini versus White. Dragunov versus Claudio.
Oh, this is going to be fun. We saw Brandini real early in the putting on a masterclass with this Dragunov, but it's White stealing the early momentum off a beautiful low parry.
Nice, yep. With the second hit, pretty standard conversion for Claudio to get that spin, to carry him to the wall a little bit more, but Brandini's fighting back. That heat gauge is dwindling on the side of White, pops the heat dash just to enforce a mix, and doesn't find anything crazy off of it, but a couple of pokes get their life even.
Yeah, and so far Brandini taking the early advantage, taking some strong initiative, gets him up towards the wall, activates heat, gets blocked, but gets the sidestep going, and keeps White pressured and KO'd. Takes the first round.
Wasn't expecting him, obviously, to pull the trigger on that last button. Was more so looking for an opportunity for him to be able to squeeze in right through the gap, ready to take his turn back, but a little bit too proactive in doing that. White already back towards the wall. Nice, I love the wall run off of it.
Beautiful wall run and beautiful heat engagement, but look at these little moments of control for Brandini. These little side steps, the way he'll really quickly re-engage after creating space. Didn't work out for him this round against White, but he's been doing that all night and all set so far, and he gets really good results out of it.
Running knee for the time being, lots of pokes, peppering White time and time again. That he is still looking very healthy on the side of Brandini. Tried to sidestep to be ready for what was coming next. The heat smash automatically to get the wall. Still has their heat available, but it doesn't matter because that low poke takes us to round 4.
Yeah, and hey, if you work up an appetite after the fight, the food truck's right there. You can just grab a hot dog.
Yeah, I think if somebody shoulder checks him into that hot dog stand, there may not be any hot dog in there. I'm not really sure if somebody's strong enough to do that.
Yeah, I think a few things got on the floor there, and you know, there's New York hot dogs and hot dogs. That's a little too New York for me. If he picks that up off the food truck floor and like heats it back up and gives it to me, I think I pass.
Nice, tried to sidestep yet again, but down 2 catches him whacking. Tried to move out of the way of whatever offense was coming, but down 2 was a really, really solid button. The timing, how you have to sidestep, like that's what's really, really interesting, is the fact that some moves are just so good at tracking, regardless if you don't think they're a move that should or shouldn't track, they're going to keep up with you. And so sometimes your sidestep timing has to be different.
Yeah, absolutely. And Razor, that down 2 is just such a beautiful lockdown tool. Wizzy likes to do that too, another Dragunov. But Brandini just putting on a masterclass with it. Not bringing it out right now, but see, there it is. There it is right there. And perfectly lined up with someone redeeming another Matcherino code to bring us up to $107. Thank you very much. And there's plenty of those to go around. So exclamation point Matcherino in chat and go redeem some codes while our beautiful voices keep you updated on all the action.
A good side. I felt that's like a side step and more of like a sidewalk. Something didn't feel like Brandini was actively trying to move out of the way of that. Maybe I just see it a little bit wrong, but making it all the way to the wall is really, really solid for White because this damage is piling up time and time again. All that White health does not matter. Can't be redeemed when you do while running 1+2.
Yeah, that's no Matcherino code. There's no redeem in that. There's no 25 cents in that pot. That is pure zero bottoming out. And Brandini is on the wrong end of that Superman punch, trying to claw his way back into relevance.
Down 2 again, consistently trying to sidestep. I'm starting to think that White's trying to actually do sidestep 4, which is why that's happening. Pot sidesteps and uses the heat as well. Was ready to be able to get a whiff punish. Instead, he just eats the initial heat smash that Brandini was ready for. A little bit more health left. Has to be ready to block, and the low's actually coming.
Yeah, brings out Starburst and sets up that low for the kill. I don't think Brandini was expecting that. Brings out Razor again. That's the down 2. And I feel like you're going to see White really not going to the lateral movement so much, starting to limit his sidestep game because that down 2 is there again and again every time he tries. Not sure why he brought out that hop kick, just kind of threw that into the midair.
Probably just trying to catch it straight up more than likely. Oh, Power Crush punish that, yeah. Absolutely, and the Power Crush came through again. They tried to take their turn back, but got thrown straight out of it.
You were talking about that so much during the early part of the evening, during the ladder format. Power Crush, Power Crush, Power Crush. But right now, White needs some hope to get out of set point. It's set versus survival, and White doesn't want to be heading home just yet after that long climb up the ladder.
So on the heat smash in return. Side steps, really, really solid. Or side walks more so out of the way from that close.
Yep.
Okay.
Back towards the wall. All right, goes for the grab. It's broken. Creates some more space. Gets the Superman punch. Bounces him off the TV display, but he's caught low. Caught up against the wall. Turtles up a bit. And there's down 2 again to start the offense. And Brandini eliminates White, our first casualty of top 8, taking a bow.
Yeah, while rising forward, just catches a multiple times. Both of these players, I realized, were trying to essentially move out of the way of whatever incoming offense that they saw happening.
Started top 8, Pling versus TrizzyTheRapper, SpongeBob SquarePants versus, I think, Club Penguin. Here we go.
So SpongeBob SquarePants versus Frozo from The Incredibles.
Oh yeah, that's right, Frozo.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, keeping the pressure on. But remember what I said, that this is about who activates the heat first, right? Pops heat right back as you finally have a chance to be able to breathe. Pops it immediately. He's going to be able to get a conversion off of this, and a really opportune sidewall for him as well. Lots of damage.
All that gray health back too, and that is a lot for Pling to regain, but that aerial control is there, and once Pling has you in the air, you're not getting back down in one piece.
Let's see here. Booyah!
Immediate rainbow drop to set the tone. Pling tech rolls away, takes a hit, and breaks the throw on get up. Then Art of Phoenix into breaking him right through the floor. Trizzy was probably hoping for that, and Pling who gets it instead. The glass is cracking already, and Pling is applying a lot of pressure. Trizzy gets the first activation of the round. We'll see if he gets much out of it.
Twice, they tried to move out of the way of the heat smash, of the heat activation. I love it.
Oh.
Pops the rage art. The first rage art we've literally seen all tournament all night.
Yes, yes. We saw one earlier. JustinHyuga did it, but that was a while ago. And yeah, Pling just throws that out there as a way to steal some momentum back. Not able to really get a whole lot out of it. Still drops the round, but Pling hoping to maintain control.
Nice. Good sidestep again. That's what they've been trying to do last time, and that's how they kept getting clipped, was through the heat smash and the heat activation. They've been looking for that option, and this time it actually works out for him. Leads him to the wall real nice and slow. Gets the low. Gets the mix up yet again. Guess time to guess, pretty boy. Doesn't get a chance to actually get the opportunity or the damage possible, but a flash comes through to save the day. Flash, my beloved. Always.
Guys, I think that's actually the first flash we've seen. TrizzyTheRapper pulling that out, and Pling delays the get up, flips off the wall. You don't let Pling near a wall. If the man is gonna run off and gonna flip over you on it, he's gonna use that as a springboard. Art of Phoenix over the kick, under the kick even, and takes the second round. This is just Pling's favorite kind of fight right here, and Trizzy needs to make him uncomfortable fast.
Yeah, that is a really sad opportunity when you look at it. A sad opportunity that presented itself to Trizzy. Really solid confirm, man. Oh my god. Finds good damage, knows exactly what to use, and was ready to block what was coming next, but can't say the same for that launcher there. Pling sets things up real nice. Not gonna pop the heat, but now he will. Now you're worried about what's incoming on the mix.
Oh yes, and you see him buffering that AOP a bit to see what Trizzy's gonna do, spinning out, and Trizzy's actually forced to hesitate a little, breaks the grab, goes for one of his own, but the rainbow drop is stopped, gets punished for it, and retains a bit of space, backing off a little, grabs him out of AOP, drops him through the floor, and we have 7 seconds left to turn this around, but few people are better at playing the clock than Pling.
Yeah, just one of those last Hail Mary opportunities and moments that you have. Pling finding it 3-1 against Trizzy for now, you know, in terms of rounds. He gets the first game here in top 8 losers. Round 1, got one more chance to be able to prevent themselves from being eliminated, but Trizzy is he's doing a pretty good job, honestly. He dropped the combo because he was trying to do forward 2 into the just frame where he slashes through you, and from there it would have been anybody's game had he actually landed that. But let's I'm curious on my own right, like in my own right, to know how he's going to approach this, because really it's been incredibly back and forth. I think it's just coming down to, like, and this sounds very foreheady of me to say this, but like it really is come down who gets the most hits, obviously, but it's very different than that. It's like the neutral interaction that have been won have just been in Pling's favor. The setups and Yoki have just been a little bit too strong to try and deal with. There it is yet again.
And it seems like Pling will come out the worst of a given exchange, but he bounces right back and goes right back to his game plan. Trizzy's not really getting in Pling's head and making him play uncomfortable.
Nice. Go for tracker. Just looking for a chance here.
See what I mean? You know, Pling is worse on health so far, has a lot of great health to get back, but he's kind of going right back to playing Pling. Even he eats this painful rainbow drop, gets hit on the get up. Gets that low parry, though.
Nice. Goes for the low, got a clean hit. You charged it all the way up. There's going to be so much damage. ReyJr?
Oh,
no, instead can readjust.
Oh,
now
yeah,
it's the ReyJr. Yeah.
Perfect time for it, too. That is going to secure the kill. And even if it somehow didn't, not a whole lot you can do in 5 seconds.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, like, funnily enough, I'm talking about this in game, not in real life. Okay, yeah. Suicide is the answer for Yoshimitsu, to be honest with you. This is that is what he has an option to be able to utilize. He can use that in a variety of different ways, and that's one of those times in those clutch moments that you have to be more present than ever to be ready to deal with some of Yoshimitsu's shenanigans.
Chad, please don't clip phone out of context. Just saying.
Don't just don't do that. This is my first day. Please don't. The first day after being announced, please don't clip me saying that. I don't need that after the fact. Okay, but it's what it's called, man.
It is. It's been that way since at least Tekken 3. And we'll see if Pling is able to present some different answers, trying to tell TrizzyTheRapper that suicide is painless. Oh my goodness, but those lows are just not going anywhere. TrizzyTheRapper reading each one and shutting them down.
Yeah, they've been more on top of it this time around. Punish that, absolutely. I like the fact that they actually faked it out. That gave them a lot of information. Pling actually didn't fall for the fake out there at all and was ready to still block. So they have, more than likely, have their opportunity to set up for an even stronger or slower option out of that stance. He's got it unblockable in that stance as well. You do back 1+2 and then end up utilizing something there. Found a really solid counter hit.
Oh, that is a beautiful counter hit into a long carrying combo. Doesn't let him get up either. TrizzyTheRapper expecting him to run in. Pling keeps him on the back foot with those 1-2, 1-2, 1-2s. Goes into AOP. Really just trying to mix Trizzy up, I think. Pressing a lot of buttons just to make Trizzy uncomfortable and unsure what direction to block in. And just like that, he's on set point, knocking on the door of sending Trizzy back home.
Okay, good block on that, and manages to catch the side step yet again. Not too bad, SpongeBob, me boy. Manages to also get the heat smash too. This is going to be the worst opportunity possible. Good block on the first mix. Trizzy, just waiting, trying to see what it is. He has options too, but damn. If AOP is not as hard to deal with as it is back then, like, what else can you, like, it's difficult. You better slash her.
Yep.
Cut her.
I mean, Pling is showing that he can flip a Krabby Patty and he can also flip you. TrizzyTheRapper activates heat, tries to sweep him out of it, gets rolled away from, breaks the grab, trying to keep himself alive. A lot of great health to get back, blocks it, gets the juggle.
Yes. Okay, 10 seconds about to be left.
Bit of disrespect, why not?
Okay, gotta be careful about that. Now,
All
Peely
the
can't do
time.
anything crazy.
He's gonna run out of
Yeah,
time.
he was ready to block. He was ready to block it too. 13% to 15% HP. He was already holding down. He was ready to block that.
He was, and a matter of 2% puts us on set point versus survival point. The first time in top 8, and Peeling trying to finish writing the story, finish the episode, and take Mr. Krabs' first dollar bill for good measure.
Okay, nice. Really solid confirm. He messed up and went for the low yet again. I don't know what Trizzy tried to go for there, but it did look a little bit tricky because you saw a little bit of the hop, the swinging of the hands. It did not. I would have thought that something else was coming too, and I think he reacted to that flinch and then was ready to actually put the pressure on. So,
and you know, just to add insult to injury, chaotic perfection as we go into our winners semifinals already. Welcome to the show, everybody. Buckle in. This is going to be a hell of a set.
I'm sure that much is for certain.
He's active already. KingReyJr. first off the block when it comes to Yeet, but chaotic perfection doing a great job of maintaining the offensive momentum. We've seen him getting a lot of great results tonight off that smothering attacking style, but it's hard to get that off against KingReyJr. He'll do that better than you on a bad day.
Forward 1+2. Chops the stock possible. Okay, nice. 2-2-1. Oh, yeah, that's guaranteed.
Oh, definitely guaranteed. Chaotic Perfection is really good at getting up in a way. Is he going to eat it? He does! This is why we call him KingReyJr Jr., everybody. He'll fire that off the second he's got a chance. He'll spot his opening. He'll get the kill. And Chaotic Perfection, you know he felt like he had that round one, and he is feeling it right now.
Yeah, that is 100% a punish from KingReyJr. starting off the second round. Very fiery. Gets the tail spin. Has the ability to be able to pop heat as well. This is going to be a huge corner combo. Nice. All the way to the wall. Over 50% already. Doesn't go for the last part of that string. Gets teched. Still has heat.
Yes, still heating up. Still goes for the heat smash, blocks it, but Chaotic Perfection has a lot to get back. A lot of great health, a lot of momentum, activates heat himself, takes the fight to KingReyJr a bit, cautious about running in, and now KingReyJr is on top of him again.
Oh, grab him, try to grab him right of a button, try to grab him a button, but doesn't quite find the opportunity to be able to do so.
Yeah, and KingReyJr is doing a good job of turtling up through these long strings. They're running out of time to make something happen. Puts Chaotic Perfection through the floor, and that's as decisive a way to take a round as any.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Chaotic Perfection has to find a way to be able to find his option here, right? Find the gap in the offense, and there is the sidestep. Really, really good done.
Beautiful sidestep. I mean, I know it sounds basic, but people have to remember this is a 3D game. Lateral movement matters a lot, and when you catch somebody off by surprise with a sidestep like that, you can get a lot of good going. But right now, Chaotic Perfection is on the wrong end of some serious hurt.
Yeah, 3+4 just to close that game out for sure here in winners semifinals. It is KingReyJr. If it's one thing that they are good at, outside of the multitude of things it is they're already popping off about, is the fact of how good they are with their pressure.
Round one. Fight. 4. Fight. Final round. Fight. Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight.
Semis. JoeCrush versus Jesandy. We got Jack versus King.
Oh, this is always a fun matchup. JoeCrush, he went through the ladder format undefeated. I believe the only person who managed that feat. But Jesandy has been on fire this week. A phenomenal run through Breakout yesterday. An incredible TNS run on Tuesday. And taking the fight to JoeCrush.
Last of that string. 4-2. Down 1, 2. Not too bad of a string, has the heat available to him.
And that heat smash comes out yet again. JoeCrush is a maestro with that. Gets the Tulpen Blast punish to steal the momentum and put Jesandy down for the first round. You know, this guy is the king of consistency, but can't break the Shining Wizard. Even he can't do that.
Makes me pressure up a little bit, down forward 2. Trying to go for the grab, see if he can circumvent the pressure just a little bit, but while running 3s. Wanting to maintain plus frames as best as possible. The smaller presses. Those small pokes led it to the fact that Jesandy felt comfortable enough to do back 1 for the counter.
Yeah, and this is showing what you were talking about the first time JoeCrush was on screen, which was that as a player and also with his character Jack 8, you have to play a style that's willing to call his bluff, get in his face, and trade with him. And that is what you're seeing from Jesandy, who had such great results that last round. But we see the normal Morgan style come out for JoeCrush, who is showing why he won 20 TNSs and so many Paragons, going on around ahead in dominant fashion that last round. This is a real back and forth.
Set these up, good duck on that as well, no punish. But instead was able to find the 1-2 jab into the giant swing, tosses him back towards the wall. But Morrissey cooking, flexes on him just a little bit. And he breaks the throw, but his back is towards the wall now, which is not the best.
Oh yes, and right now trying to get it out of there, but gets caught on the step. Look at this already. He has heat active. He has this monstrous wall pressure. Here comes the heat smash for good measure. Creates a bit of space. Runs right back in with the low. Uses that telephone pole of a jab to keep Jesandy turtled up. But now he's got heat active. He goes for the shoulder charge. He goes for the Sabat kick. And they are just exchanging in this corner like Fry and Takayama. And it's Jesandy coming out on top.
Not too bad, honestly. I like the conversion from JoeCrush, but all it takes is a 4-forward neutral 1+2, right? The shove to keep things going for them. Okay, nice. Goes for the triple arm bar. Or arm break, I should say.
Yeah, and that is one hurt arm right now. Uses the getaway shove. They both activate armor at the same time. And Jesandy activates heat, taking the fight to him. Shades of Jake the Snake Roberts with that DDT, taking the pressure, taking the momentum. Is he going to take the first game against the Yokozuna of online Tekken? He is! Jesandy showing that he's not afraid of the big bully JoeCrush. This is his house.
Yeah, Jesandy's not doing too bad. I actually like how they're utilizing a lot of their pokes. Like I said earlier, the very first round that we saw the start here, right, in winners semis, we saw how they were peppering them with a lot of these smaller pokes and then pulled the big trigger on back 1, right? It is the fact that they are willing to set up. They're clearly being very cautious and very, I believe that the terminology is cognizant of how they're using their buttons for that. Great sidestep as well, doesn't get sat on, or laid on I should say.
Yeah, Jesandy showing how to avoid that body press. One of the few people who's had an answer to that, but JoeCrush just goes right back to his game plan and his consistency. That is JoeCrush's biggest strength, consistency. It's the same JoeCrush every night, and that JoeCrush is dominant.
Trying to catch the sidestep, if anything. It's not looking too bad. 1+2, fully pulls the trick on that. That time it's 1+2, 3 instead. Gets the counter hit on that and lands straight to the wall. Breaks the back, no power bomb from there, and instead gets the DDT to close out the round.
JoeCrush has had an awfully hard time tonight breaking these grapples and keeping Jesandy's hands off him. I'm a little surprised. I wonder if he just doesn't fight Kings very often.
Solid wall confirm as well. Not doing too bad. Catching it with the down back 1.
Goes for the low parry. He saw Joe go into that well a little too Sure, there was no water in that bucket when it came back up, but now he can't stop the latest barrage of lows. Goes for the giant swing, it's broken. JoeCrush backs off a bit.
Nice. Pops it, and just to enforce the mix as well. 2-1 in terms of the rounds right now. Jesandy. We'll have to see how they turn things around. Was expecting them to get hit by the second part. If that second part hits, the rest of it is guaranteed for that launcher.
Yeah, went for the low drop kick, but JoeCrush just not quite in position for it. And Jesandy's just taking the fight to him, tries to shove him back, backs off a little to get away from the grab, keeps him up against the wall, breaks the grab, gets the blocking going, goes back defensive, gets the wall, gets the giant swing. Is it gonna splat on the wall? It is! Final round!
Okay, let's see how they handle this one. Who will be the first one to go down to the losers bracket? Is Joe going to be able to survive here? 2 want to start things out. 4-4 neutral 2. A couple of pokes have led the life deficit to Joe, and Jesandy's backing up because he wants to play this whip punish game. It's something he's done so consistently. He wants to remain in control, but Joe finally presses a button that enables him to get some damage on Jesandy, but it is not enough. He is still in control, and you can see it.
Yeah, Jesandy's just been doing a great job of maintaining control, and I think this is gonna be it. It is Jesandy with the KO punch, a defensive masterclass in that last round. Oh my goodness, you just don't see JoeCrush get handled like that usually. What? This is not usually where you see these two meet, and it's gonna be an incredible set.
Yeah, not at all, but here we are.
I guess
on the right, is that Barbie?
I think it is. It's got to be Barbie, right? I mean,
yeah, I would think so.
Blonde hair, like that's got to be Barbie.
Yeah, with the pigtails and everything. Okay, well then, yeah, okay. I'm gonna assume it's Barbie. Peeling started things off pretty strong so far, enforcing the mix and got the heat dash conversion off of that. Spent it all just to get them towards the wall. A really weird wall splat does not end up with them dead. Heat smash with punish. Oh, sidestep 2 wasn't enough after he hit the power crush. That auto-corrected like hell.
Yeah, what a course correction in mid-action as Peeling takes the first round. And you know, I'm actually a little sore that we didn't get to see how Chaotic Perfection put KingReyJr. here. I mean, that must have been amazing stuff. But KingReyJr. trying to make sure that that is just an anomaly and not his form tonight as he is trying to find a way out of Peeling's pressure. Gets the heat activation, takes some initiative.
Pops the heat as well. Tries to go for an opportunity to find the mix here by burning the heat early. KingReyJr. pressing on that almost immediately. Peeling has already fought, I believe it was Trizzy earlier, that was willing to wait and watch them in that stance, right? But KingReyJr. is willing to press this, willing to show that, hey, I'm awake. Like, this is not anything crazy. Like, don't think you get a chance to be able to skirt right on past this. So.
Especially
really well
because Asuka has those Sabakis to break out and the side movement, the whiff punishes, the counter hit openings. Alright, Peeling on the back foot, gets heat active, keeps KingRey against the wall, gets some sidewall pressure going, that puts him back up against it, splats him again, keeps that low pressure going, not letting KingRey up, goes into hypnotist stance, follows up. Is he gonna run into it?
Nice, good
Double
stuff. Oh, Peeling, really well known, really good. Because it's not very often that you see people willing to actually do that as well. Most people will sit and block. They might go for a throw if they see the charge. But when they charge it up, understand that if you have the opportunity, you can also rage art back. It's possible.
Someone in chat, please clip that. I have never seen a rage art countered with a rage art like that. That was incredible from Peeling. And someone tell Foxhound about that too. He's gonna flip.
Put it through. Put them right on over. Set it up for the mix. Pops the heat smash. Went for the mid that time around, but this time KingReyJr. was ready. 1+2 and still has the heat.
Oh, there it goes. The activation goes. The cranked up burners on the stove. That is rip hot. Oh my, that air pressure though.
Okay, nice. I like the heat smash.
Yeah.
Oh, caught him lacking. That's it. Good stuff. 2-2.
Already a final round. This is one of those ones where I have to tell Jack, get comfortable, redeem some Matcherino codes, maybe grab a water while you have a moment. I feel like we're going to be here the distance.
Let's see what the Peeling is picking right now. Went for the hop kick, but instead gets punished. KingReyJr. waiting, watching. already close enough to be able to keep the pressure on, but instead decides to back up, wants to offset a little bit of the pressure there, not going for it immediately, but at the end of the day, forward 1+2.
Gets the heat.
Oh, counter hit.
Yeah, eats that counter hit, goes into hypnotist stance, P-Ling, gets the wall carry, goes into a bit of side pressure, goes for a side angle, not able to really capitalize on it, backs off a little. KingReyJr. still heated up. Heat smash.
Nice. Yo. Forward 4-2. That's what caught him lacking, if anything. I like the fact that KingRey has like a better timing than what I was seeing with Trizzy earlier, honestly, because a lot of the time we saw Trizzy was waiting very consistently, watching and hoping to find an opportunity to essentially close things out. But what ended up happening was that KingRey there instead hit the 4-4-2 after he saw the duck from P-Ling already. I'm giving the round up. Wonder what's happening here.
All right, let's watch for a moment.
I'm assuming they may have meant to change characters potentially. That's probably what's happening.
Yeah, maybe, or it might be the stage because this is the same stage. So maybe they were trying to stick to TWT rules. Looks like this is not a full official game. This one's not going to count, and we'll see what happens. Will it be a character change or just stage switch? That's my guess. That's where my money is. But this also gives P-Ling a chance to mentally recalibrate and plan for the next real game, even though that seems to have gone up in the tally. So what do you think P-Ling's going to do differently going ahead? Now we're just back here. All right, well, let's keep going as normal.
I'm not super sure. I don't know what it is that P-Ling would necessarily have to do differently. The only thing that I think that P-Ling is going to potentially do, like maybe, I think it has to do more with possibly the character it is that they're going to end up picking, I would say. Like, I don't know if that is what they're going to go for, or I'm not too sure what exactly it is has happened. No, they're sticking with Xiaoyu. Okay, well, then the conversation. Okay. Well, then the conversation stays. Then I don't necessarily, I did not necessarily know what it is that he can do differently. P-Ling essentially just has an opportunity to be able to, I think, stick to the same strategy. I'm not necessarily sure they've done anything incredibly wrong. I mean, like, they lost, right? So, like, they did something incorrect, but I'll have to see this time around to see what it is that KingRey picks up on this time.
Yeah, with players of this level, it's often not even a matter of doing something inherently wrong. It's just executing slightly better the next time around, picking up on some small micro opportunity. As you can see here, I mean, look at that sheer pressure from KingRey, just a steamroller that entire way through.
Nice. Okay, found the counter hit at least, and that was a normal hit. That wasn't necessarily a counter hit. Found it there, wants to go to the wall, knock the hat right on off. Still finding another situation where they found on a nice little hit from that. 3+4.
Alright, gets the low sweep going, but misses. Gets sidestepped. Going low again. Alright. Activates heat. Good time to pop it, but gets caught by the cartwheel kick.
Slam into the girl. Carry him to the corner. Delayed it just a little bit so they can get as much as possible. KingRey did duck off of that fake out.
Backing off a little. Expecting these mix-ups from P-Ling. Sees the grab going for. Gets the heat smash. Now on set point, about to send P-Ling home. And P-Ling, I should remind chat, second place on the leaderboard for the Paragon Gauntlet. He has won a bunch of Paragon tournaments, including the first tournaments of the Gauntlet, and now he's on the edge of a...
Nice. Brad pops the heat as well and found the counter hit at the very last part of that string. Still has some heat to work with, so he can enforce the mix here. Goes for the mid, keeping the pressure on. Ray is being very cautious about when they choose to hit buttons.
Understandable. You don't want to overextend against P-Ling and give him the chance to salvage the situation, turn it all around on you. There are a few people better at staging a comeback than P-Ling, who's well on his way to doing exactly that.
Very solid awareness as well. I love the patience from both players. 10 seconds remaining. Finds a hit and found the counter hit necessary. Pulls out the power crush to close it out. Just for now, that's just only one round. Currently, KingRey is still on tournament point here. Or not tournament
Well,
points, more so specifically match point.
Fawn got a bit of a brief vision of the future there. We'll see how well that looks in grand finals, but for now, P-Ling doing his best to keep his tournament alive and his 300 plus points, a chance to go even further in the Paragon Gauntlet. He is doing a great job of keeping ahead. He blocks all this pressure, gets away from KingRey a bit. KingRey not really revving the engine very much, playing a little more measured and cautious after what P-Ling pulled last round.
Good sidestep on the down one. Pops the heat and is in range to actually be able to get a hit by that. Only a little bit of damage found off of what could have been a tragedy for KingRey for sure. Pops the heat smash and actually makes sure they get the hit this time around. Goes for the low. For a bit of a mid poke. Pops the heat smash in return.
So little time to work with. Can he get that kind of health difference down in 5 seconds? Certainly giving it the old college try.
No way, man.
P-Ling's eliminated on time difference. He ran out of time and was just too low after that last exchange. What a way to run out of time and run out of tournament life, especially if you're P-Ling. Incredible Dragunov all night. And I gotta tell you, Fun, as he brings out the man look, it's weird as hell to see JoeCrush lose.
It is. It definitely is, but JoeCrush, being who he is, I'm sure can still apply the pressure where it is necessary. I did not know that confirmed like that. What the hell? You know, is this character okay? Why does he do that?
Yeah, we see Brandini breaking out the razor, but not able to apply the pressure he's been doing the past few times he was on stream. JoeCrush just mogging him, bullying him, bringing out shades of his old self.
Yeah, not too bad, honestly. Bringing out the Omni-Man on the day that the Invincible finale went up. Love to see it, JoeCrush. Absolutely. Oh, nice. Power Crush is right on through that. Flex is right on through. Tons of plus frames, and that hit. Oh, if that was any closer, that would have more than likely been dead.
Yeah, that low pressure, JoeCrush likes to break out so much. Just fist after fist after fist right into your kneecap, which I know if this was real life, you're not taking more than one of those from a 400-kilogram monster like Jack 8. But Brandini's starting to wake up a little, starting to make this round his own.
Wow. Managed to land a launcher off of that too. Pops right on up. Heat smash. There we go. Carries him all the way to the corner. Doesn't necessarily break the wall with that.
Yep, backs off a little. Interesting choice, but there's his heat smash that he was setting up. Gets him off the wall. Oh my goodness, that is so much pressure.
Good adjustment.
You know, sometimes you see a guy play in his next match after, you know, losing one, and you can tell he's not happy just from how he's playing. I think that's JoeCrush right now. He's like, you know what? That I'm back to the old me.
It's seeming very much so like it. It's a shoulder tackle yet again. So looking for the pressure to be applied while running two. Went for the down two there, but instead gets punished with a launcher. Not too bad. JoeCrush carries him way to the corner. Pops him up.
I think JoeCrush is spotting the pattern there because Brandini likes to use that down two as a lockdown tool so often. But he finds his opportunity to activate heat. Both of them have it active now.
Sidewall actually messed him up there. Pops the heat smash, ultimate tackle. No, went for the down two and was expecting him to stay ouch, but didn't. Went for the low parry immediately after JoeCrush, setting up for a victory potentially. Gets the adjustment, carries him all the way to the wall. Instead, he pops the rage art. Doesn't even need to get the wall break. He said, I'm saving that one for later.
That is the grit that has won him 20 TNSs, including 6 of the last 7. And has him at 340 points in the Paragon Gauntlet. You cannot keep this man down.
Nice. With the stop sign, didn't quite work out. Ultramite boots coming in clean. Can't necessarily duck that, and is already ready for it. Man, I wonder if that was a punish up on the down two. Maybe they stayed ducking that time. The same read that they tried to do last time, although crumples him. Brandini gonna find really, really solid wall carry with this flexes yet again. That's the power of the Ultramite.
Yeah, just not able to stop this pressure, not able to stop this heat. Delays to get up a bit, knows that JoeCrush is gonna try something. Can't stop him though, and JoeCrush on set point. Brandini has had an incredible run, but he needs to find a way to keep his tournament run alive. What do you think he can even do against the Mog's machine?
well, start off things like that, right? Gets the crumple state to carry him all the way over to the wall, but drops the combo. Not necessarily the best look right now, as he's got 3 rounds to potentially win to keep himself in this turn. They bracket down 2. Was ready for this time. He's ready for. Okay, I like it. That's a solid adaptation. The slow pokes and the pokes and then slowing it down consistently. Not bad at all, actually.
That has been what Brandini's best rounds of the night have looked like, where he's able to force his opponents to slow down and question their game plan, and that Razor, that down 2, comes out again and again to shave their chances of victory away. But JoeCrush is not somebody you can slam the brakes on very effectively. He's gonna find a way to turn the speed back up. Look at this tombstone pile driver.
Has rage already available to him. Was expecting a duck immediately after that as well. Pulled the trigger fully, went for a low poke. It's coming again. What did I just say? The low poke is coming again. And I told you. And there it is. JoeCrush closes things out 2-0 against Brandini.
That almost looks like he was making a point. That was
not much to add on that for sure. Jesandy versus Chaotic Perfection in winners finals here.
Both of these two have pulled off incredible upsets to get here. Chaotic Perfection against KingReyJr. and Jesandy against JoeCrush, whose Cinderella run is facing a bump in the road and who is continuing to cruise on to grand finals. Jesandy is taking this into an aggressive start already.
Okay, nice. Poke's actually coming out. Could have ducked the second part of that string, flexes on the armor, and gets the second hit of forward or down forward 1-2 to come out into Heaven's Wrath. Backs up instead, goes for the power crush, but he does not find the punish that he needs after using that.
Creates a lot of space, goes straight into heat. Jesandy's turning up the temperature. Gets the Jaguar bomb to take the first round. But what a back and forth round that was. These two are going to take it right to the cleaners.
Round 3.
Backing off a little. I'm seeing Chaotic Perfection create a lot of space and look for kind of punish opportunities to catch Jesandy pressing something good. And then he just runs straight in on him.
Oh, nice. 4-4-2.
Goes for the goes for the back shove, has rage if he wants it, if he spots a good opportunity. I don't think we've seen Jesandy break out the rage art tonight yet.
We have not. No. It's something it is that they hold on to pretty consistently, I think. Gets the command grab, has to be able to duck that. Or rising 4, back 3, pulls the trigger on the hit, confirm.
Yeah, it goes right back in on him, working off that jab, you know, going off the flash punch combos or just a jab string on its own, setting up that command grab a lot of the time, and he's doing a great job of using that to bottle Jesandy up, as you can see him get Jesandy up against the wall.
Nice. Still a little bit low hit on the wall, so they weren't able to confirm the kill off of that, but a down forward 1 to catch the crouch or a sidestep. That's exactly how that round 3 ends. Now we're into round 4. Chaotic Perfection looking pretty good. Toss him down to the ground. Wants to be able to get the OTG, but can't get it.
Okay, not quite able to get there. You can see him poking at Jesandy a little, trying to create some space, and then come back in. Heat Engager gets him straight up against the wall. That burner is high and ripping hot. He's taking a bit of damage from Jesandy now, backing off a little. Gets throws into the air a bit, but look at how he catches him getting up.
Floor break. Nice. Okay, it doesn't even matter. Instead, he actually just gets the kill regardless of that. Heaven's Wrath has a heat smash of its own. There's 2 different heat smashes that Reina has. One is a mid, the other one is a low, when she's specifically in that stance, Heaven's Wrath, something that we saw earlier where Chaotic Perfection was using that same stance to get those auto-timed parries off of Y Rising 4-4. So if that didn't kill, that would have blew up the ground actually as well.
That would have put you in a checkmate situation either way. Either you're dead or you are waiting to die. And you know, Chaotic Perfection is really turning me into a Reina fan. There is something beautiful about this character played at a high level. Switching to Ortiz Farm. This was probably a random pick, but what do you think it means for the 2 characters? I feel like this is scary if you're up against a Reina like Chaotic Perfection.
I think at the end of the day, what it comes down to is Jesandy's pacing, I think, is really, really good. And I think the fact that he loves to space is also a really big deal against Chaotic Perfection. He's laying it on pretty thick, but the offense, I have not seen him use that move in so long. Most people forget Reina even has that move. It's like a duck, like AOPs, essentially.
Oh, yes, I could totally see it when you lay it out like that, but Jesandy's doing a good job of keeping Chaotic Perfection bottled up this round, having a little hard time connecting A to B to C, you know what I mean?
Indeed. Nice, tries to get him to the wall, doesn't quite find it there for 3 to catch him off just a little bit. Went for the crouch 1-2, but couldn't quite find it. Nice, down forward 1-2.
Great time to break that out. Didn't even need the grab that he tried to set up a little earlier in that exchange, but gets command grabbed in return. Chaotic Perfection carries him all the way up to the wall. He tries to tech roll away, but there's no getting away from this pressure. Muscle Armor's through it, steals his turn back. Low drop kick to steal his turn and get some momentum going. But Chaotic Perfection's defense holds up. Ducks under the grab, backs off a little.
While rising 2-2, gets that wall splat where necessary, pops the heat as well. Heat activation. Some party Tom, more than likely, goes for the shoulder charge, but can't quite find it. Chaotic Perfection is moving very, very well. So that's been incredibly impressive. What in the world, Jesandy? What a correction, man. Off of that sidewall, that was chaotic.
His ability to change course and to adapt to the flow of the game is extraordinary, and it's part of why he's having such an incredibly good week, even as he eats that command grab, because he can change and react on the fly in milliseconds, in fractions of frames. But right now, Chaotic Perfection stoneheads him through the balcony. You know that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, can carry him over to the wall as well. I like it. Wow, that scaled super unbelievably hard, which makes sense. That was off of the back of a throw. So much damage off of that grab as well. Chaotic Perfection. I love the fact they stayed on the ground for a little bit. It really offset Jesandy's timing. Really well done.
Yeah, and you see him throwing him off and getting that command grab again. Likes to start off the round like that. It's a good statement to make. It was anticipating a different get-up option from Jesandy, so he overcommits on that flying kick. Gets muscled through, and that is going to activate heat for Jesandy, who can't quite get the grab going. Takes the grab of his own. Gets the shoulder charge. Might be looking to set up a floor break here.
What a conversion, but misses the back 1-2. Still has heat available, but did not take this one. Into the ground. Has the heat possible and did not stay on the ground long enough. I don't actually know if down forward 1-2 would have actually landed the hit where necessary. I don't know if that still would have hit him on the ground. I'm not actually sure on that.
Yeah, hard to tell, really, but, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. At the end of the day, what matters is that your opponent's life bar hits 0 before your own, and Jesandy is just doing a beautiful job of making sure that's exactly what happens. This is our first to 3 of the evening, I believe, everybody. So buckle in. You're going to be here for a while. This is an incredibly even match set.
Yes, it is. It's not looking too bad so far on either side. Winners finals, here we are yet again. We head right into the third game. Chaotic Perfection versus Jesandy. Sky score tied up 1-1.
Yep, can't stop that Shining Wizard, can't stop that low jab, but starts off well with the Flash Punch combo into Sentai stance. Bit of a trade, Heat's activated, and Chaotic Perfection runs straight into it. Not able to stop this punishment, not able to stop the Jaguar Bomb to drop the first round to Jesandy.
Let's see. Both of them, I like both of their movement a lot. Like Jesandy and Chaotic Perfection are moving exceptionally well and creating opportunities for them to play that spacing game if they so needed to. I love the wait for Chaotic Perfection to try and go for that AOP-like stance. But doesn't quite find the opportunity to do anything with it. Jesandy's peppering on the pokes time again. Not one combo has been had yet.
Yeah, nothing yet, but this might be Chaotic Perfection's chance to change that. Some heinous wall pressure. Jesandy rolls away, but he's still on the back foot. Can't break the grab. Activates heat.
So passing side wall, still not getting in the way. That one will for sure. Love the fact that they went for the mix down forward 1-2 to just enforce their own. Chaotic Perfection finds a hit, goes into Sentai, but he was ready to dunk that. Really done from Jesandy. 2-1 peppers him until 7 seconds are left on the clock. What more can Chaotic do? Gets the OTG, tries to go for the mid, doesn't find it, and dodges the low. A simple sidestep to avoid what could have been catastrophic for him.
Yeah, almost, but that was picking your poison for Chaotic Perfection, who had 2 seconds left to do anything against a very defensively responsible Jesandy. You don't see Jesandy overcommitting, you don't see him press with just a press, gets heat going, goes for the Jaguar Bomb again, anticipates that spring kick.
Here comes the mix for real. Oh, RKO!
Oh, goodness! RKO out of nowhere, into the alley kick for the finisher, goes up 2-1.
Not too bad, Jesandy. Not too bad, honestly. I really like Jesandy's playstyle from what I've been seeing tonight. Once again, peppering him consistently, time and time again, with those pokes, not overly committing, and make sure that they're playing the back wait and bait game, which is something that they do quite a bit. It's genuinely very, very impressive, and I do like seeing it a lot.
Yes, it's incredible work from Jesandy as he's been in top form all night, all week. And what do you think Chaotic Perfection might do differently going into this next game?
I think that when it comes to how they've been playing Reina, it's pretty obvious throughout the night that they've mostly been dealing with people, no matter how good they are, that they've been dealing with players that have not been good enough to, or not good enough, but not aware enough, I should say, to stop their type of offense where they've been consistently peppering them.
Oh, look at this.
It's not going too bad so far for Chaotic Perfection right now. 4-4.
Yeah, you're talking about awareness, and it seems like Chaotic Perfection is playing a much more aware game. Not aware enough to break the giant swing, though, is it's going to get the wall flat straight into the deck. Jesandy's ring and stage awareness is top-notch. Always knows how to maximize that giant swing.
Yeah, I like the wave dashes I'm seeing from Jesandy as well. Just being a little bit more cautious with how they're playing things. Nice. I actually like the bait on that too. Didn't actually get any hit whatsoever. Wanted to see how they would react to that. Jesandy remained vigilant regardless. He is where out Chaotic Perfection. The setup that's going to guard break into the stance to lead themselves plus yet again.
Backs off a bit. Preemptive muscle armor, but not in time to stop anything to do with that setup for the command grab. Gets heat active, gets the Chaotic Perfection along the wall. Chaotic Perfection steps away.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, look at that hop kick. Look at this pressure. Look at that escape from Jesandy.
Dude, like the awareness that both of these players require to do. Oh, dead again. The wall once more. What's crazy is the amount of awareness both of these players have been, like, one of the crazy things is that, like, the insane part is, oh, no way, it's RDC, right?
Yeah,
okay.
No, you're not getting RDC off that.
Well, he dropped it, so I don't know what he did. Like, that's the thing. He dropped the sequence.
Yeah. Interesting thought there. Maybe he assumed Chaotic Perfection would break it. I don't know, but he doesn't seem to need it. This round's all Jesandy. Heat is active. Flip blocks the get-up attempt. Shoulder charges in, misses the grab. Flash punch combo comes out, but that is so little health to go. The ollie kick seals it. Jesandy on to grand final.
3-1, as he lets the crowd know that he'll be waiting for his opponent of the winner of Losers Finals, as Chaotic Perfection is sitting down there to wait for his own match.
It's the other one.
Yeah, absolutely. Not too bad. Cyclops, the Scott Summers outfit already coming through.
Cyclops?
Oh, Wolverine.
That's Wolverine,
actually.
My friend.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the claws in his hands. I thought it was Cyclops for a second. Putting out the pressure for sure. Hey, listen, you say that, but you didn't know who Frozone was earlier? You thought it was somebody from Club Penguin.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is that I had actually seen Trizzy with that costume yesterday, so I literally have no excuse and can't tell you what the hell that was about. Just a complete brain fart.
Good tech on that for the time being. Heat activation already available to him. Gets the 1+2, and that's going to close out the round here for sure.
Yep. All right, that was a beautiful start from KingReyJr. as we press on the controller, but these two are not deterred at all. KingReyJr. starting low, trying to keep JoeCrush off his feet, really. Anticipates the uppercut at the 10, backs him up towards the wall, and you can see him creating space to watch JoeCrush come in. JoeCrush has this very forward-pressing, bullying style, and KingReyJr. is used to trying to exploit that. Look at how he takes control of the round.
Not too bad, honestly, for how JoeCrush has been, for how KingReyJr, has been looking so far. Went for the down forward two to try and get the launch. Instead, gets heat activated again. It's by JoeCrush, blocks the low, goes for the low himself, and sets up for him to get that stop.
Oh yes, beautiful stock indeed, and now he's teeing off on KingReyJr. Gets that wall pressure he loves so much. gets the lows off, but KingReyJr. able to get back up onto his feet, backs off a little. He's wary about that immense range JoeCrush has. So he waits for him to commit to a button, but JoeCrush with the soccer kick takes his first round. We're going into round 4. We're going to be here for a while, chat. This is always a party when these two meet and fight. JoeCrush is up against the wall, gets the tech roll off to the side, and has plenty of heat if he wants it, ready to activate whenever the moment seems right. And KingReyJr. can't break the grab. He's splatted against the wall. We've got the sidewall pressure. We've got the heat activation. We've got the burners going. We've got the temperature high up, and we've got both of them heated up. We've got both of them with heat. The trade is in KingRey's favor. The heat smash misses. That is so much room for JoeCrush to exploit. That is so much room to bring us to a final round. The teal pin black seals it.
Not too bad, not too shabby. JoeCrush has turned this around very quickly, incredibly so. In fact, goes for the 1+2 yet again. Beside of KingReyJr. He ducked as the fuzzy ducked, but didn't get the chance to actually get the launch after it. They're both feeling each other out with a lot of these pokes coming through.
Goes for the jump kick, goes for a bit of a sweep afterwards. JoeCrush backing off, and you can see that the thing with JoeCrush is you can't ever get comfortable with him. You can't really find a moment where you stop pressing, because as soon as he senses you easing off a little, the Mog train starts.
Yeah, goes for the down one to try and activate. And so find the chance, gets the grab off forward 1+2. Tried to power crush to whatever Joe was doing, but didn't get the chance to be able to do a great sidestep 2 from KingReyJr.
Beautiful sidestep 2. Here comes the heat activation, blocks it, but backs off into his heat smash, his bread and butter. Gets a bit of a side 2 again. Goes 6 seconds left. Can KingRey make something happen? 4, 3, 2. Not enough time. The time is gonna expire. 25 to 5%. Not how KingReyJr. anticipated dropping the game. Not after those incredibly strong opening rounds.
Yeah, not really super surprised to see that personally. What I am surprised to see is the fact that I thought that after he landed that hit that he was going to try and activate. I thought he was going to try and activate his rage art, because at that point, I mean, like, there's no reason not to. And if you know Joe's being pretty proactive on his defense, then you have a counter for that prepared. So you can either do power crush, you can try and go for the rage art.
Right. Manages to sidestep. That particle barrier is there to force KingRey onto the back foot. So little health to work with, but if anyone can make it happen. Oh, he misses! He misses the activation. Gets the heat smash off, though. Doesn't matter. Manages to get back onto it. Dead. Yeah. That heat smash can just come out of nowhere for JoeCrush. You talk about RKOs out of nowhere. How about heat smash out of nowhere? I won't be surprised if that's different in season 2, because it's just really silly, frankly.
Yeah. Goes for the down 3. I like the fact that he tried to get the wall run and KingReyJr. Man, you look stupid when you sit there and when that wall run doesn't work. Because KingRey sat there and waited for that the entire time. Didn't even get the tail spin. Didn't even need it. Instead, gets the perfect 7 golden letters for now. As things are tied up 1 round apiece.
Yeah, 1 round apiece trying out for Asuka combo with that kick, but JoeCrush gets heat active first. His first to activate, backs off a little, tries for that telephone pole of a jab, tries to keep KingReyJr. out. No luck doing it. Heat's active for KingReyJr. now, carries him up to the wall, doesn't splat him, he's back on his feet. Can he keep JoeCrush on the back foot? No, he can't.
Drill hand, nice, all the way over to the other wall. Man, this character is not fair. Oh, thought that they were going to actually stay ducking that time around. Didn't find the chance against the heat smash. Low pokes coming through. Went for the low parry that time. He thought that he was actually going to go for a low poke there.
Yeah, you can see JoeCrush trying a few new things because he's up against someone who's so used to fighting him, like that jumping punch he tried. He's kind of throwing some new tricks into the mix just to see what KingReyJr., who's so used to him, will do about it.
Yeah, not looking too bad right now. Goes for the low pokes for now. Okay, good stuff on the counter hit. Dropped the combo that time around. He showed it earlier when he was fighting Dragunov.
Oh yes, definitely. Backs off. He's keeping his distance. KingReyJr. closes in, gets juggled. Is this going to carry him to the wall? It's not really going to need to. Does almost anyway, just a little short. This is immense pressure from JoeCrush, who is about to go up 2 games to nothing if KingReyJr. doesn't manage a miraculous comeback.
Right now, it's nothing short of a miracle right now. Gets the wall, gonna carry him all the way to it. Not dead yet, still has an opportunity. Fakes out the low and instead mistimes it on purpose. Went for the low fake out, goes for the low at a different time.
If it's on purpose, is it really a mistiming?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah, worth debating, but what's undebatable is how good a fight both of these two are putting up. KingReyJr gets sidestepped, able to stop the counter-offensive though. JoeCrush tries to back off a little with that piston blast, gets caught and juggled all the way to the wall. This might be game. This might be KingReyJr tying up the set. It is!
Nice and well done. Once again, that string closing things out very consistently. Like, it closes thing out very consistently if you go for that low, if you find if you find that hit. It goes out pretty well, honestly. Like, that string, KingRey uses it a lot to close out the round.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that plenty of times to great effect. JoeCrush probably knew what was going to happen as soon as he saw the animation because he's so used to fighting this man. He's not at all surprised to see this tied up one game apiece. And, you know, $109.03 in the pot. I know for a fact, because I snuck one in, that we've got plenty of Matcherino codes to go around. So as KingReyJr doesn't manage to close this round out, stops the body press, gets the KO. Why don't you redeem some codes, chat? There's 100 of you.
Oh, you can duck on the second part of that hit. Goes for the string, doesn't necessarily find it. Back fours all galore. Oh, wow, they traded with each other. The counter hit, he almost got the confirm off of that. That was crazy, especially when they traded. Gives himself a couple jabs in the air just to make sure he can actually properly adjust himself.
Yeah, manages to get up, defends himself pretty well, backs off, watches JoeCrush run in. Joe's being very careful too, you know, he breaks out that heat smash, watches the activation, but you see he's being careful not to overextend, not to get too happy pressing, because KingRey is definitely someone who can capitalize.
Oh, can immediately, that was a weird way to go about it. That was a weird way how that camera moved, but even still he gets the AJR to be able to close this round out, no problem.
Oh my goodness. We'll see how JoeCrush adjusts. He's been in this situation plenty of times. He's beaten KingRey. He's lost to KingRey. I've said it before. I'll say it again. These two are players who need a special intro when they queue up against each other in a bracket.
No way. Are you serious?
Oh my.
Oh my God. What in the sidewall, man? That's not fair at all. Oh, lay on him. No problem whatsoever. Drills him right into it. Oh, caught him. No wall splat there, but goes for the low. And down one. Catches the crouch jab.
Hit KingReyJr so hard that 25 cents rattled out of his pockets and into the pot. Thank you very much for redeeming that Matcherino code. Plenty more to go around. And JoeCrush trying to make sure there's not enough time to get him. So we'll see how well that works out as they both have heat active, and he is mugging on KingRey.
Okay, so that's a 2. Not too bad. Down forward 1, 2. Post coming out galore. Going for that down forward 2 because he wants that launch really, really bad. Both of them going over to the wall. That throw might be coming, but he gets whip punished for now. Oh, good stuff on recognizing when you can use the power. Crushes so much damage. No magic sidewall for you. Tries to grab him. Yoinks him by the head. Doesn't have the chance to be able to do so. Looking for a low available to him. Instead, pops I think it's the stands 4 for him. Final round.
I think so. Forces a final round. He was whiskers away from dropping this game entirely to KingReyJr. He's smacked out of the particle barrier. Didn't know you could interrupt that, but good spotting from KingReyJr, who gets him up to the wall, finds himself switched around, can't break the grab, takes a lot of punishment along the sidewall, getting juggled. JoeCrush has heat. You gotta know that heat smash is coming out at some point. KingReyJr waits for him to overextend, activates.
Okay, once again towards the wall. Wall splat once more. Oh, drops it.
Painful drop. Nasty drop. Gets put onto the back foot. Has KingReyJr in his face. Time's whittling down to less than 20 seconds left to determine who goes up ahead. It's KingReyJr. This should be enough. This is game. 2 games to 1. Potentially KingReyJr.'s ticket to eliminating JoeCrush.
Yeah, not too bad, actually. It looks pretty sick. Like, this has been pretty crazy back and forth that we've been seeing for both of these players. Let's see how they feel heading right into game 4 here, as this is looking pretty interesting. Let's see if Joe has an answer.
You know, as much as YouTube commenters complain about this matchup again and again, I could watch these guys play 100 times, and I think at the end of it, they both would have won 50.
Yeah, they're pretty even. Like they play each other like all the time, even like on Joe's stream, even when they're in ranked. Like sometimes they'll play each other outside of that too. Like it's these two players know each other very well.
Yeah, you could just see that in that entire round, just knowing how to shut KingReyJr. down, and beautiful follow-up off that heat smash. This exchange is very respectful in its own way. You can see them both knowing each other's tricks. Forces JoeCrush to flex. He goes into Gamma Howl. Has a lot of health to make up for, but if anyone can do it, it's JoeCrush.
Nice.
Rolls away, gets up, blocks the particle barrier, forces JoeCrush back. Joe's backing off, gets caught on the low, activates heat, blocks it, goes for the Tulpin blast, but he's cut off doing it. KingReyJr. off on the offensive, should be able to take the round off this. That should be enough to kill. It is.
He wanted an opportunity to try to even interrupt that long string, right? Consistently using the down back 3. It's a move that Asuka uses quite a bit. He wanted to try and find an option to be able to press out of that, and he didn't find it. Instead, the heat engager actually comes through. Good duck from KingReyJr. once again, but drops the combo. May have been a bit too far away, but can. Like a good neighbor, can is there, and it always will.
Yeah, and someone has definitely upped his policy, paying higher premiums, about to put himself on set point.
Oh.
KingReyJr. forced into his back foot by that heat smash. JoeCrush climbing back out. KingReyJr. gets up off his feet, backs off. Oh my goodness, his own heat smash puts himself on set point, about to send JoeCrush home.
Nice, pops it. Goes for the power crush yet again. No duck from KingReyJr. that time. Power bomb, not too bad. See what JoeCrush got forward. This time he was ready to block the low.
Yeah, gets a juggle going, gets him carried down far towards the wall, not quite there. Gets the heat smash, juggles him, splats him, catches up on the wall pressure, blocks the the activation is there for JoeCrush. Here comes the heat smash, faithful as ever. He's well on his way to forcing a final round. Blocks KingReyJr.'s heat smash. Oh, bad trade for KingReyJr.
Nice. Tried to go for the punch parry yet again, but sidestep, down back, 1-2, sidewall. What in the world? What is this main character stuff happening?
KingReyJr. Jr., that's gonna do it!
Are you serious? What is he, a main character? What?
He's got the plot armor active. He just eliminated JoeCrush. The Takanohana of online Tekken is going home in loser semis. He is out of the tournament. KingReyJr. moves ahead.
Dude, what? First it was magic side.
On the surface, we are digging deep into Jin's subconscious as Reina and KingReyJr.'s Asuka meet once again. The rematch is here. KingReyJr. Chaotic Perfection, Losers Finals.
Let's see how this plays this time around. So far, both of them are moving very similarly. Throws, tries to grab him out of the side step, but not an available option immediately ready for them. Catches them twice, probably trying to move, hit anything for it, 4-3, catches them. Tons of damage actually coming out. That's gonna be, go straight to the floor.
Yeah, I can't imagine it feels good to get face planted straight through the floor and like a 50-foot drop like that, and KingReyJr. taking advantage of it to take the round. Obviously, whatever ended up happening off screen to drop that set against Chaotic Perfection, making sure that can't happen again.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, unblockable. Yes, sir. Actually got through that one for the low yet again. 4-2. KingRey laying on the offense pretty thick. Good sidestep.
Beautiful sidestep. The spot is opening to do that and keep Chaotic Perfection on the back foot. Chaotic Perfection trying to work off that jab again, but not getting a good opportunity for it. KingReyJr. spots the grab coming, ducks under it, gets the kill off that.
Oh, already caught low yet again. It's guaranteed. Oh, there's the pair yet again. 4-4-2-3. Down back 1-4. It's carrying him all the way to the wall. Splats him with a heat activation. tons of damage and straight through the floor yet again, and he still got that stock available to him for 3+4 to get it back.
Yeah, and that is an absolute hellstorm of a penalty kick. He's the command grab. Chaotic Perfection finally back in this, gets some offense in, backs off though, breaks the grab.
Ooh.
Sees that kick coming.
Nice.
Just can't lay a glove on him. Just can't lay a hit on him. Can't capitalize. KingReyJr. takes the first game.
So this is what, the first time it is that I've seen it tonight pretty heavily, is this is a situation where you see the reality of Reina's offense. As good as it is very linear. KingReyJr. is leading the charge with all of these sidesteps, these micro walks, either left or right, mostly left because of the Mishima weakness. It's something that they keep an eye on. What a block for KingReyJr. The first time they have done that we saw in the set. Okay, bro, what is this sidewall stuff, man?
What I'm also seeing is what you said during the match with Jesandy, that here at the top of the bracket, Chaotic Perfection is running into people who are strong enough to spot what he's doing and know what to do about it.
Oh, straight.
Oh my goodness, these floor breaks from KingReyJr. Beautiful stuff. That is not even going to need to get to the wall for the kill.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Here's finals. Here we are started once again. Both down 4 at once from either side. Trade exactly.
Beautiful trade there, and they are playing right in each other's face. Chaotic Perfection warming up the offense a bit, but overcommits. Caught overextending, but doesn't matter. Manages to get enough buttons going to force KingRey back anyway. Sees the activation coming, goes for a hop kick. No luck doing it though.
Nice. Ducking consistently, avoided the throw. Still has it. They know that heat smash is coming, but down one is instead mixes it up just a bit. The faster option it is that she has access to. Tons of damage is coming. Go straight through the wall just so she can get that up. 1+2, 3+4. Dead. Absolutely.
Loves to follow up with that soccer kick and can't blame him for appreciating the beautiful game. Maybe more of a Chorizo Osaka than an Osaka Gamba with that one.
Oh, good duck. No launch punish though. 4-4-3 sidestep yet again. Yet again, the cameraman, a paid actor, has an opportunity with 4-4-3.
They're just there again and again and again for KingReyJr. this time. Do you think Chaotic Perfection needs to mix it up, be a little less predictable with his attacks, or?
I don't necessarily think that. I think what's happening is that he's just getting smothered. I don't think KingReyJr. is giving him the time to be able to think about what he can do as an approach, really. And I think that's what's bothering them. That's a launch punish, yeah. That you cannot do that. That's like -18. That full crouch down forward 4 that he did, that's like -18. You cannot do that.
Punched the blood out of him too. You saw that splatter in the slow-mo. Reina and Chaotic Perfection are going to be feeling that one. Potentially one more game to get back in this. But, you know, Chaotic Perfection beat KingReyJr. the last time they met. So you figure he's got to dig deep and find something that worked in that last set.
Just take a look here. And just get one of the hits before 1+2. That power crush on lock. Keep the pressure on. Plus frames all around sidestep 2 just to maintain those plus frames and get off.
Oh my. Goes in the back off, blocks this, gets the wall splat, keeps him up against wall, keeps that wall pressure going, can't stop the side kick. Yeah, gets splatted again. Oh, drops it.
Yeah.
You were
that
talking
offense.
Yeah, you were talking about a lack of crouch jabs earlier tonight. You were talking about people changing levels like that. KingReyJr. getting good success out of bringing it out.
Yeah, for sure. That is without question. Slaps him right on down to the ground. For a better opportunity, crashes straight on through the floor. Let's see how much more we're cooking here. Goes for the fake out yet again. Good
Great
jabs,
time to use the
actually.
heat smash. You know, I think that's the first four-way Chaotic Perfection's got on KingReyJr. this set. It must feel good.
Yep. Well, not if you lose the round off of the backup. It still has the heat available. The launch there.
I love how he uses Flash Punch combo to set up that command grab. I know it's a pretty normal part of Reina's tool set, but it always looks so good when he pulls it off. And he is definitely trying to keep KingRey airborne. Can't do it! The soccer kick comes back out. He's on set point.
He went for the hard one, man. Oh, nice, man. Does he get the hit? Me and him were like neural linked at one point because I'm like, man, why is he not punishing with full crouch down 4-3? If anything, Chaotic Perfection did, and then he dropped the combo after. KingReyJr laying on the onslaught pretty thick. Still gets to confirm off of that too.
And this is such a seasoned player. You just can't drop anything against someone of KingReyJr's caliber. Gets a good grab going.
Nice.
Good use of the command grab, forcing KingRey onto the back foot, trying to smother him like he's been doing. This is probably going to be it, though. Full heat, no need for rage, activation, slivers of health left. Goodbye, Chaotic Perfection.
Dude, man, I love the fact that Ray was able to tell time and time again that no matter what, they are going for that power crush. They are looking for ways to interrupt them, right? KingReyJr on the loser side of things versus Jesandy.
Which of course means KingReyJr has to win 6 games as opposed to 3. And this is usually a question that comes up when we come into grand finals. Would you rather be the guy who's been cooling his heels at the top of the bracket, waiting for someone to make it up to him? Or would you rather be the guy who's coming out of the loser's final, fresh and warmed up and having just won the match?
Rather be the guy at the top because you gotta win 6 matches.
Yeah.
That's a very, very big overcome. But a very big thing to overcome. Doesn't get the combo either off of that down forward 2-1. Doesn't find it, and KingReyJr starts things off incredibly strong in this first round here in grand finals.
I loved that little interaction, just rolling away from Jesandy's entire punishment string to get back to his feet. Beautiful defense, but Jesandy's really not giving him a chance to do that again.
Wow, that was all guaranteed too. Anyway, out of that, uses the armor in the perfect way possible.
Yeah, Jesandy's timing and awareness of when to use those little tricks in King's toolbox is unreal. Goes for the giant swing.
Better check this. Oh, it's still not even enough. It doesn't even matter. Teching or not, you still die. Goodness gracious.
Just knows when to pull it out. Whether he's getting the walls flat off it or whether it's enough to kill on its own, doesn't matter if you tech it because he wouldn't be pulling it out if it didn't work. And that's why we say the pilot matters so much more than the actual character.
Sometimes the pilot may not be that very good of a pilot, but it's carried by the character, depending on who it is that you're asking about. To be fair, Jesandy, not that case here though. They're finding really, really solid ways to maintain that pressure time. The guest goes for the mid and doesn't take the bait. KingReyJr pops there. Oh, and from the top rope? Really? What kind of an answer is that?
I can't imagine KingReyJr expected that at all. Probably did not see that coming in a million years, which is why it worked. Two Shining Wizards in a row. Are you kidding me? I thought the throw loops were in Street Fighter 6.
Oh my gosh, 3 back-to-back throws, man. And Jesandy already up around here in grand finals.
Thanks for the raid, it's just Morty and your 8 friends. You just saw a guy get throw looped to death in a different video game.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Thank you everyone for redeeming those codes. I think we still have a healthy amount left as we're at $110.03 and the punishment continues. We'll see if he goes for another grab. KingReyJr's not giving him a chance, but you know, still has 6 games to win and Jesandy's already got 1 off the list.
Nice. Oh, wall splashing again.
Good use of side switch to keep the pressure going. Charges up.
Oh, the Jaguar step, almost. I mentioned it earlier the first time we saw Jesandy. Their utilization of that Jaguar step is so good.
It didn't matter that time, but it was a real slick moment, and I'm sure we're going to see that coming out a lot more in this set. Oh my goodness, that could have been something special.
Oh, ripped up again. Not going to make the wall from here.
No. Yeah, no, not quite. You're right. Just barely short. I think he was thinking he was a little further back because he's usually got such great awareness of where the wall is when he pulls that off.
Try to use forward 4 there. Is he going to get, back to the wall. This is going to be death. Has the combo necessary to be able to get this kill here. Shoulder. Shoulder again. Big back.
My goodness. that is just a lot of pain. And if you're KingReyJr, you're really hoping for, well, this string of Matcherino contributions. Thank you, everybody. Keep those codes coming and maybe find some headache medicine as KingReyJr gets DDT'd straight into what's not canvas, but pure rock-hard sand.
Sidestep jab is enough to be able to get a little bit of a conversion there. No tailspin because of how it hit. Try to use Jaguar step at the wall. Forward 4 yet again. Wants to be able to get that wall splat. That's what they're looking for. But sidestep 2 allows KingReyJr to carry over to another side of the wall. His anime protagonist powers are truly coming through, because what kind of side wall was that yet again?
Yeah, he's just so good at A, keeping track of his opponent, and B, figuring out when he has that sidewall bump, that ability to keep up the sidewall pressure. But right now, he's got a very tall mountain to climb and a lot of pressure coming from Jesandy. I don't think you can overcome this life lead in 5 seconds, even if Jesandy lets you.
I've said it time and time again. Utilize that power crushing. You see that when somebody starts using it consistently, how much easier it is to fight these players.
Yes.
Uses back 3 yet again, gets the hit confirmed, charged it up, no unblockable there, but instead down forward 2-1 will be enough to get him the range that he needs to set this down.
I know my friends in Snarl Gang are real happy seeing Jesandy put in this work, about to sign the warrant on game number 2 of this set. Is he going to end up 3-0ing KingReyJr just like he did last night?
Yeah, this Jesandy god might be kind of good, honestly. His king has been really, really great with his spacing. Like I mentioned earlier, it's been earlier in the tournament bracket. He has a really, really beautiful understanding of how to properly pepper his opponents. When offense grabs him straight out of a button there, too. A really solid start for him so far.
Yeah, and this is just incredible pressure. And oh my goodness, he's going for it. Pedigree.
On the RKO.
Look at the sheer pressure, and I'm not kidding when I say, again, this happened last night, a 3-0 set, these two meeting in breakout, and that is how it ended, with Jesandy just going roughshod over KingReyJr, who's trying to make sure that's not the story tonight. He wants this grand final to continue, face plants him into the sand.
See how this goes for Jesandy this time around. Sidestep 2 for KingReyJr, and manages to cause him to vomit just a little bit with that counter hit. Doesn't have an opportunity to get anything else other than that. Drops the combo, and Jesandy takes it in kind. Several hits later, he's able to confirm this very, very easily. He's doing those jabs to get the longer distance of the combo. Yes, sir. Double drop. Yep. You got to get up. You can't stay there.
This seems to be a matchup that KingReyJr has a hard time dealing with, honestly. And how many Kings do you run into online, to be honest? So I can't entirely blame him. But look at this punishment from Jesandy. Gets the stock up.
Oh my gosh. Manages to find the hit necessary. Carries him all the way over to the wall, setting up for the unblockable again, but Jesandy has not been hit by that yet because of how they stay on the ground. Baiting things out with a Jaguar step, called him out of the backflip into the power bomb. Giant swing, get off me. Not really feeling that right now. Pops the heat as well. Goes for the giant swing once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Not gonna find the wall. Instead, he finds the floor. Blue sparks perfectly, man.
Finds the wall and tournament point. And KingReyJr has barely been in this set. He's had good individual rounds. He's had moments of high pressure, but Jesandy has been telling the story, and KingRey is trying to change that. He won last week. He wants to go for the 2-piece. He wants the 2-piece. He gets the charge up. He gets the unblockable going. He breaks out the early muscle armor. He gets the he snaps out of it. He's ripped out of it into a Jaguar bomb.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no, this is so bad.
Tell me you can
this is about to be so bad. No, because he mixed it up right there. Oh my god, he's gonna, no way he dies off of this.
He does it. That's it. That's probably gonna do
just
it.
Barely. While rising 4 into the heat smash.
Let's have it. He gets out of it. 8 seconds left.
I'm just saying. Wow.
Jesandy is your Paragon champion. 3-0 against KingReyJr. What was that set, Fawn?
Wow, dude. Could you imagine blocking that? Because I couldn't.